Hello and welcome to the Baka Gaijin show. I'm your lovable rascal of a host, Siegfried, and with me, as always, is my impatient co-host, Kevin Faulkner.
Hey, when are we gonna
Not
start the show,
impatient, not impatient, impatient.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You're going under for an operation. Right now, actually.
Okay, where's the doctor? This doesn't look like any kind of hospital room I've ever seen.
Doctor. Doctor might be a bit of a stretch.
Guys, get me the hell out of here.
Look, he has many shiny instruments and a very fancy coat. That's all you need to know.
Oh no.
That's right, baby. We're selling your kidneys to fund the show.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever signed up for this. Where is this in my contract?
Oh, it's in there. It's between all the legalese and the actual English.
I need a lawyer.
That or it's written in fucking invisible ink.
I need to hire the greatest of all necessary evils, a lawyer.
Yeah, shine a black light before you sign contracts.
God damn it.
Live and learn. Live and learn.
I am always living and I'm always learning.
Mm-hmm.
Now that said, Zeke.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah. Yes.
What have we both been up to?
All manner of things. I went to, just before the show, I had to go refill a prescription at Costco.
Costco?
Yeah. Which you might be like, that's mundane. Why am I bringing that up? It's because I made some prescient observations while I was getting a prescription filled at Costco.
Do tell.
Which is, I saw a guy there who was waiting alongside me, and this guy was decked out in like one of those like beige, like private investigator coats. He looked like fucking Inspector Gadget up in this
those,
bitch.
okay. Like fucking Columbo over here.
Yeah. And he even had like that shaved head look, kind of like Matthew Broderick in Inspector Gadget.
Oh god.
And he kind of talked like that too. But you know, the one thing that was shattering the illusion. You know what was shattering the illusion?
What was shattering the illusion, Zeke?
What shattered the grand illusion was his shoes. Because you're thinking, oh, he's got to have like nice, shiny, like, you know, flat tops, you know, business shoes, you know, dress shoes. Yeah. But no, this guy was wearing like neon sneakers that were like dark blue with like green highlights.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he had like neon sneakers on.
Just that last 5% of his body just completely ruining the illusion.
Yeah, and I almost snickered because I'm just like, you had a thing going and you ruined it.
Well, you see, Zeke, that doesn't quite add up to me. You see, he's wearing the hat and he's wearing the trench coat. So why would he not be wearing the shoes?
Yeah.
That just seems a little unrealistic to me.
Yeah. And then the woman in front of me had like big like Midwestern mom energy. Like, you know, like
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like she had the hair, not like the Karen hair, but like, you know, like the kind of like a long bob, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she like talked like this and yeah. And then, but what really threw me off guard was the fact that they asked her for her birthday. I don't remember what her birthday was, but she said 1989. And I'm like,
oh god, no.
No. This woman is only 5 years older than me.
No, don't do this to me.
I'm like, I don't believe you. I think she's lying. Because first of all, she looked slightly older than that. Like, that would make her, what, 32?
Maybe 33?
Yeah, but I'm like, she looked like 10 years older than that. And I just refuse someone that close to us in age would even, like, don that persona. You know what I'm saying?
God.
It's so unhip. So either there's some fuckery going on, or she's just lying about her age.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Yeah.
That hurts me on a spiritual level.
Mm-hmm. on the only thing I can hope is that maybe she was picking up a prescription for someone else and she was saying someone else's birthday. Maybe.
I can hope.
Yeah, let's hope. And then there's me. And what I realized while I was waiting there is that I had my, people have seen the photos, I imagine, of my like black and orange checkered bandana.
Ah, the one.
Yeah, I had that over my face, and I had my hood up. I had my black hoodie, but then my white hoodie over that, my larger white hoodie. And then I'm here with my black jeans, and I got like my AKGs in, and I'm listening to fucking For Sure by Medic Droid. Which, if you don't know Medic Droid, it's basically Discount Blood on the Dance Floor. And I'm like, I could not be more of a The World Ends With You character right now if I tried.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, you need more zippers.
I had a few zippers. There were at least 4 zippers present.
Okay, that's a reasonable amount of zippers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
very rational amount of zippers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, yeah, the dichotomy. So this is a weird fucking, few minutes. There's some characters in this location, in this Costco.
This is the location of a story unfolding.
Uh-huh. It's the new y'all met in a tavern, except y'all met picking up prescriptions at Costco. Yeah. Also, I tried. It was annoying because I tried to pay for it with my mom's Discover card, but they don't take Discover, so I had to pay for it. Whatever. It's like $5, but like it just annoyed me. Why don't they take Discover? Why does everyone hate Discover? Why do so many people not take Discover?
I just use Visa.
So do I, but like the card I had was because my mom gives me her Discover card in case I need like emergency gas or something, or any other emergency thing. I just have like a clone of her Discover card, but they don't take Discovery, and I don't know why.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else pertinent or interesting?
Oh, I was supposed to say pertinent and interesting things.
If you want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Podcast and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing games. I've been playing Death's Door. Came out on the 20th. On the 23rd, yeah. I'm enjoying that. Got through the first of the major areas. Got the first giant soul. It's from the same devs as Titan Souls, actually.
Titan Souls, not to be confused with Dark Souls or Demon Souls or any of the other Souls games, or Duck Souls or...
Yeah, or Harvest Souls or Eldest Souls. That's another one. A lot of souls.
People do love their souls.
So many souls.
And especially different from Soul Calibur.
Remember how Duck Souls has the exact same pause menu as Sonic Mania?
It do, and that throws me off. It really does.
Yeah, it's like look it up. It's the exact same fucking like design of the pause screen from Sonic Mania.
I still have that on my Switch. I just haven't played it in like over a year.
Oh yeah, I gave you a code because I won a free code in a raffle.
You did, and I thank you for that. I actually did play it for quite a bit.
Yeah.
I got my nothing's worth out of that one.
Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, I've just been hammering away at Spider-Man Remastered, going through that game again.
How is that on PS5, by the way?
Great. It looks great. I'm playing in performance mode. It's smooth. It's high res. The 60 FPS really makes a difference in Spider-Man, because like it's so agile and fluid, and it just feels so much better with twice the frames.
But Zeke, you're missing out on the ray-traced reflections.
Why don't you ray trace these nuts? Yeah, I'm not like I. It's just not even like the performance RT mode that has like the rate reflections with 60 FPS. it isn't worth it to me for the trade-off in like the lower resolution, and especially in performance RT mode where the actual reflections are pretty low res at like 720p or something.
Yeah.
Like it's just not worth it to me. I don't care that much about the fancy reflections that I want to lower the resolution. Because to me, you know, I consider the overall image quality to be part of the performance argument. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I do.
Yeah.
We
so
had a whole ass conversation about this.
Yeah, we talked about this a few days ago off the show, but we were talking about this new era of, you know, we're trying to do too many things at once. We're trying to do 60 FPS standard, we're trying to do ray tracing, we're trying to do 4K. And what we realized, what we puzzled out is that we're at a point in technology where you can really only do two of those things.
Yeah, it's the triangle where you can only pick two things. You can have 4K and 60 FPS, but you can't have ray tracing. You can have ray tracing and 4K, but it won't be 60 FPS, and you can have ray tracing and like the way
and 60 FPS, but it won't be 4K.
But it won't be 4K. We're at a point where we can't do all three of these things at one time reasonably. Even with like high-end graphics cards on PC, games struggle with trying to do 4K 60 FPS with ray tracing. Like, I've seen people who are like, yeah, I have like a 3070, a 3080 or whatever, and I still have issues with like major performance drops. And at that point, is it really, really worth the trade-off in performance?
I would say it's very case by case, but I think in most games, no.
Broadly speaking, yeah. Especially considering a lot of games utilize ray tracing in very you mentioned Control in particular being very superfluous in its use of ray tracing.
Yeah. I also just think it's redundant when you have really good art direction and baked lighting effects. Like it just becomes redundant and it's cutting your performance in half for no reason.
Yeah, Control looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah. And it feels so much better in 60 than 30. Yeah, I'm not like on the anti-ray tracing gang fully, but like it is something where like I'm very apprehensive that it's ever going to be worth its performance investment unless some major strides are made.
It's going to be a good 5 to 7 years before we're at the point where we can reasonably do all of these things and not have a massive performance deficit.
Yeah, but as I said the other day, when you even when we get to that point, when you turn the ray tracing off, at that point you have so much overhead that your performance is going to be so much better even without it.
Yeah.
What do you want your ray tracing at 60, or now you can have 4K and 120 FPS? It's like I feel like that's always going to be a priority to me, even if ray tracing becomes acceptable. I feel like you're going to have so much overhead at that point that if that's not something you value, then you can get so much more out of it just by not having it.
Yeah, like.
But what scares me, and I hate to keep interrupting you.
Go ahead.
Is that
points to make? Go for it.
Yeah, is that I'm scared of a future where the pipelines get all rearranged so that everyone is like dependent upon ray tracing technology, and that becomes like the standard. And suddenly we have games that only do ray tracing and don't have baked effects to scale down to.
Yeah. I'm
not sure if that makes economic sense for anyone right now, but I worry about that potential future.
It is something to kind of... It's something you can wonder about, and I think it's a reasonable... Not necessarily, I guess, a concern, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've mentioned this before, but I found myself preferring higher performance over, graphical fidelity, or over, like, just, like, shit like pure graphical fidelity.
Yeah.
Because I have a gaming laptop with a 144 hertz screen now, and I sure do like to see the things run really smoothly.
Yeah. Smoothness is just trumps all, honestly.
It really does. For me, I prefer a good gameplay experience over a lot of things, and at this point, at the current point where we are with technology, ray tracing has too much of a knock on performance for me to consider the deficit in performance worth the trade-off.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, I was reading a comment on something.
oh, okay, all right. What was it on?
If you want to get into it, I was reading the comments of the announcement we were just talking about.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So, Spike Chunsoft and Tokyo Games announced a new game.
Two Titans. You know, handshake meme.
Absolute legends.
Right. So they're finally unveiling project number 4 that was talked about 3 years ago at this point.
It's been a hot fucking minute.
Yeah, this is project number 4, Enigma Archives Rain Code, a collaboration between Spike Chunsoft and Tokyo Games that actually started development before Kodaka left Spike Chunsoft after V3. And it is the unless Tribe 9 comes up first, which is likely actually, it's going to be the first like trifecta project between scenario writer Kazutaka Kodaka, composer Masafumi Takada, and character design illustrator Rui Komatsuzaki. You know, the trifecta creative force behind Danganronpa. This is like the first major game project where they're all together again.
They even advertise it as being like from the creative team behind Danganronpa, which is a good distinction from other instances where they've tried to use Danganronpa to advertise their games.
Right, when they published Zanki Zero from the team behind Danganronpa, but like none of the creative people, just like the staff.
From the caterer behind Danganronpa.
Yeah, so all we have here on Rain Code is basically a main key image and then a few screenshots and concept art pieces, but it looks fun. It looks interesting.
Yeah, conceptually it looks nice, but unfortunately we don't have any like major story material given yet.
No platforms, no release date, a teaser website. All we know is that it's coming and it will be localized. Possibly a simultaneous release like most 2KO things have been.
I mentioned it when we were looking at the website, but the rating pending tag, which normally is just like, you know, a regular rating tag, but it's like, this game isn't rated yet. It now has this extra segment that indicates that it's probably going to be rated M. Yeah. Which I've never seen that before.
That should be more because like most of the time I feel like publishers, like, they know.
Yeah.
Like, I think very rarely is the rating you get a surprise.
Yeah, because, like, you can pretty consistently at this point expect, like, the new Battlefield or the new Call of Duty to be rated M.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah. Anyway, the comment I was laughing at was someone's like, looks like a mix of Danganronpa and AI Somnium Files, which is definitely a good thing. Could be interesting. Keeping expectations low after Dangan 3. And someone replied, you mean V3? As in the only good Danganronpa?
I like that person.
Mm-hmm. I'd upvote him if I felt like signing into Disquist or whatever.
Oh, man. Wow. That's a hot take I could actually get behind.
Mm-hmm.
The only good... You know what? I'm not going to say they're right, but I'm not going to say they're wrong.
Yeah. Somebody points out that this means it only took 3 years. 2KO Project 4 has finally been shown. There's only project number 1 is left to be fully revealed.
Yes,
which is
the first
fucking
one.
Strange. Which is strange because they ordered them in that way. They were like, "Here's project 1, 2, 3, and 4," and then they're like, and then the first one to be revealed was project 3, and then they went to project 2, and then they did. Okay, let me back up a bit. Before any of them actually came out, they had revealed fully project 3, which is World's End Club, but Kodaka put out with Izanagi Games Death Come True, the FMV game, out of nowhere, which I guess is an impromptu Project 5, if you want to call it that. So they gave us 4 projects, and the first one to come out wasn't even any of those 4. And then, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay. And then they put out World's End Club, and that and either before or after that they announced they teased Tribe 9, and now they're going full fledged on the Tribe 9 stuff. I guess that's an unofficial, Project 6. Actually before World's End Club they also on TV aired Akudama Drive, which was Project 2. But they talked about World's End Club first, if memory serves.
Yeah, I believe they did.
Yeah, so Project 2 was first out of the gate, but in terms of games, Project 3 was first, but Project 3 was also talked about first, before they really got into Akudama Drive. And now they're going on full-fledged with unofficial Project 6, the collaboration with Akatsuki, which is Tribe 9, the mobile game, and its accompanying anime, which I'll talk about in a second. But we were left in the dark for quite a long time now about Projects 1 and 4, which were the ones we were actually really interested in because they fucking look like Danganronpa. Not that, Akudama Drive kind of did, and Tribe 9 does too, but those are, it's not exactly, the singular product game, sort of deal, you know what I'm saying?
It's not the big comeback.
Yeah, it's not the big trifecta comeback. Which is what we really wanted, and now the first proper one of those has been fully revealed, and they've teased Project 1 here and there with some concept pieces and posters and shit, but it still doesn't have a finalized title that we know of. They haven't really gone full ham on that, and that one's supposed to be an action game or something. So it's interesting that now we're getting into the meat, We're stuffed on Olive Garden breadsticks. Now it's time for the meal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Huge place.
It is huge plays, and it's exciting times for fans of 2Kyo games, which I've been enjoying what they've been doing.
They seem to be doing really well for themselves overall.
I hope so. It's not like they're announcing their finances or anything, but I hope so. I've said it before that I've been concerned that they didn't lead in with something big like this. They didn't lead with a trifecta project, and I think that was a mistake. Not only was their communication a bit weird when they announced all these projects at once, and then they came to us in a random order, interspersed, and a lot of the stuff that came early was the more experimental stuff that wasn't talked about previously, like Death Come True, which I enjoyed fine enough, but it's a very experimental fucking thing. But whereas I think what would have been a stronger thing marketing-wise is having the trifecta and putting out a fresh product and being yo, this is us. This is what we can do outside of Danganronpa. This is how we maintain and get back that core audience that we've built. And as much as I've enjoyed some of their projects since, I don't think they've really done the best job at retaining that audience. I think everybody knows, but people are having people who aren't fucking obsessed, people who don't build shrines to Kadaka in their spare time like I do, have they've had a hard time keeping up with what they've been up to. I'll admit, unless you've been actively following it, it is something that's a bit difficult to. What they've been up to is difficult to follow and a bit scattershot.
A little bit.
Yeah. Thank you for your elongated perspective on this, Kevin. I really enjoyed your lengthy diatribe.
Yeah, no, you said everything I wanted to say, so,
okay.
There's no point in me, repeating you.
Maybe I should just, interstitially, imitate you to make it sound like we're having a conversation.
No.
I think that would be fun. It'd be good.
I think that would get old very fast.
That's true. Also, your voice is so undistinct and unmemorable. How could anyone even imitate it? What are you
Okay,
gonna do?
guys, we're done with the podcast. We'll see you later. Bye.
Just person voice, man voice.
Person man.
Yeah. But anyway,
It's me. I'm person man.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you do have one distinguishing feature, and that is your horrible teeth. But that doesn't really come across in audio.
You can't
form,
hear
so.
my teeth, thankfully.
Right. Although, yeah, there are some really bad teeth out there where you can hear it, but you don't have that subtype.
Yeah, thankfully I don't.
Yeah, like those people who have like really, really bad teeth that you can kind of hear the whistling through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I used to have like the whistling issue, but like I learned how to talk around it.
Ah, that's very sad that you had to do that.
It was in middle school.
Ah, you should really see a dentist at some point in your life.
I've had fillings.
Really? They looked at your mouth and said, "Oh, you know what's the real problem? You need fillings."
Yes.
Not that the whole shape and fucking structure is all fucked up. No.
Man, you're lucky I'm not self-conscious about my teeth. I'm self-conscious about other shit.
Exactly. You know. I mean, like a dentist doing that. It's like looking at a forest fire and going like, "Oh no, the berries." You know.
The berries.
The berries. You know.
But does
like
a
you're
bear
kind of ignoring
shit in
the
the
disaster.
woods?
Science tells me yes. I believe we've confirmed that.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, where else are they gonna go? You're gonna walk all the way to the city just to shit? No.
Just get inside of the porta-john.
Yeah.
Knock, knock. Hey, you're taking too long. Never mind.
It's like the bear from Total Drama that just does people things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But that's Enigma Archives rain code. Looking forward to it.
it looks like an interesting thing visually.
Yes. Yeah. I wonder if it's gonna compete. I can't imagine they'd release it around the same time as Nirvana Initiative. That'd be weird. I don't think they want to compete with. I don't think Spike wants to compete with themselves. Although that would be hilarious. I imagine Kadaka and Uchikoshi, betting on which game is going to be more successful.
There's probably going to be like a few months difference.
Yeah.
So is that all you've been up to?
Hate when my fucking internet ruins my jokes.
Yeah, Zeke kind of cut out there for a hot second.
Yeah, had a whole bit, as the comedians call them. That whole bit. Ruined. Gah. Makes me want to get on stage and just be transphobic.
Anger!
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the N-word.
Yeah, that's what people do. That's what you're supposed to do when you're annoyed with something. You just get incredibly racist.
Yeah, just look at Kramer. His career went great after. Oh wait,
I actually don't get that. Did his career not go well?
it didn't go well after he said the N-word at the Improv. No.
Was his name actually Kramer?
No, I don't know the actor's name.
No.
Everyone just calls him Kramer.
Okay, because I didn't know. For a second, I was thinking. I never watched Seinfeld. I was thinking, is everyone on Seinfeld named after themselves?
No, just Jerry.
Yeah. What ego on that guy to name a show and the character after himself.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry. Well, you don't want to be schmigborged.
You want to be smigbobbed.
No, you don't want to be schmigbobbed, Jerry. You don't want to be schmigbobbed.
Why did he get smigbobbed?
What's the big deal? We're getting schmigbobbed. I don't get it.
That's it. That's the entirety of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And then Elaine comes in.
I don't understand. Why is it such a big deal to get smigbobbed? I love all the Seinfeld fans in the comments being like, I hate this, but he's right.
It's just really accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Seinfeld relies on a lot of observational humor.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it just devolves into that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I ate 3 bowls of ice cream last night.
wow. Are you okay?
Okay, so what happens is, and I'm just eyeballing it. I don't actually know. So the guy at work, the guy across from me, the dessert salad person, sometimes he has to scoop the ice cream.
Yeah.
For desserts and whatnot, and it comes in these huge fucking multi-gallon drums, not huge, but 10-gallon drums or whatever, that sort of deal.
Yeah.
Like a bucket-sized thing.
Just big old things of ice cream.
Yeah. And when it gets to a point where it's empty enough where scooping it becomes a pain in the ass because it's all along the sides, or you know what I mean? He can't get easy clean scoops. He'll just hand me the bucket and be like, "Hey, you want some ice cream?" And then I just go get a spoon and just eat ice cream when I'm caught up on the pots or whatever. And usually it's it's fine. But last night he got really lazy and he handed it to me probably before he should have, when there was still quite a bit of ice cream left in there. But it's a deceptive amount of ice cream.
Yeah, and it's entirely because of the big ass tub of it.
Yeah, it's big, but it's also all lined around the edges.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah, so it's a deceptively large amount of ice cream. So I'm eating it, and this is taking a while. This is chocolate, by the way. There's a lot of ice cream. It was so much I actually took a break halfway through to do more dishes before I went back to eating the ice cream. By the end of it, I was like, this is a lot. I think I've had probably almost 3 bowls full of ice cream. And keep in mind that I only eat twice a day, when I get up and then after work, if I have work that day. So I hadn't eaten anything in 7-ish hours or so. So there was nothing tangible for my stomach to hold on to. It was all just ice cream.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a problem with it. I have a pretty strong stomach. So but I did start to feel towards the end, I was like, man, my stomach is just loose. It's just all milk. And I got the milk burps. The milk burps.
Oh, I hate that. Oh God, ew.
I mean, they weren't horrible or anything, but I got some milk burpage, which is a weird thing. I don't understand why that happens, but yeah. I just wanted to bring that up. Usually it's not that much, but I guess last night he got kind of lazy with it, and he was just way sooner than he should have. He was like, "Fuck it, this is empty enough. Eat this." And
This'll do.
I'm like, I gotta finish it because I'm like, I don't want to throw away perfectly good ice cream.
Yeah.
And the thing is, everyone else. And the thing is, I'm the guy who gets the most natural breaks. You know what I mean? Because I don't do things to order.
Yeah.
Everyone else is making food or something. Something that has to be done in a set time. I just do the things as they come in and I catch up, and then they bring me more stuff and then I do that. So I have a lot of natural breaks where I just sit on a pot and, listen to podcasts or tweet or whatever, or eat ice cream. So I'm the only one who can eat this ice cream because everyone else is busy. And I'm like, I don't want to throw away perfectly good ice cream. So I made myself, even though towards the end I'm like, I'm going to get so fucking fat. But I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta finish this ice cream because otherwise I'm wasteful. I would be wasting that. No one else is gonna eat it. I'm underappreciated in society, Kevin, is what I'm saying.
You do the jobs no one else wishes to.
It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe.
Doesn't everyone hate that guy now?
Yeah.
He was saying some Some very anti-worker things or something.
Some bolts, yeah.
Man, you think the guy behind Dirty Jobs would understand the value of hard work, but I guess he's, I guess when you're running Dirty Jobs, you've got a cushy gig.
Yeah, I guess.
You're not really. I guess he's not doing the dirty jobs. He's just, organizing the filming of dirty jobs. So
yeah,
his actual job might be pretty cushy.
It's more so just, man, check this shit out.
But it's weird how in all the years of, making the show Dirty Jobs, he has not at all empathized with the dirty jobs.
You would think, of all people, Micro would get it.
Some people are just really fucking dedicated to having zero empathy.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
That was a Cheeto.
Strange. Oh, you eating Cheetos? I was eating discount Cheetos the last few days. Like, what are they called? Brims.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just happened to be at the Dollar Tree, soon to be the $1.25 tree. Rip. Yeah, and I just got like 2 bags of Brims for a few lunches.
I can't wait to go to the dollar and change tree.
Yeah, I usually get Cheetos at the at my local convenience store down the street, but the Cheetos are a hot commodity item, and a lot of times they're just out of Cheetos.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when I have to get other shit like the combos I had last night, which usually I get like the cheese and cracker combos, but they were out of those. So I got the cheddar bacon pretzel combos. And let me tell you something. I tweeted this last night. I don't know if you heard.
No, I didn't.
But the cheddar bacon combos taste like dog food smells.
Oh.
You know that bacon smell?
I do.
That fake bacon smell, it tastes like that.
Fakin' bacon.
Yeah, fakin'. It tastes like fakin'. I'm not saying it was horrible or anything. Like, I ate it, but, like, it wasn't great.
Yeah, that is a distinct smell that I'm not big on, so, yeah.
It's like, I've never tasted that, like, bacon-flavored dog food, but it smelled just like that. I'm assuming it's probably the exact same chemical.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, how has there not been a bigger controversy about that they're putting like the dog food fucking chemicals in the combos? The combos are a human snack, right? I think I understand that.
They're supposed to be.
Yep. This was advertised to me as a human snack. Why does it taste like dog food?
Why is this human food tasting like not human food?
Yeah, maybe science just hasn't perfected fake bacon yet.
Not as of yet, no.
No. So it was fine. I ate it. It's whatever. You get, it wasn't like repulsive or anything. It was just kind of like, oh, this is mid.
Man, this was mid as fuck.
I was upset enough about the pretzel, which, I've ranted about this before, where combos only has like a handful of cracker flavors and the rest are like all pretzel, and I don't get it because cracker is superior to pretzel. Making a stand. The cracker shell superior to the pretzel shell.
I can agree with that.
But they offer so few flavors in cracker form.
Unfortunately.
It's annoying. Yeah. So there's that. I have a question. Did you do any Black Friday deals?
No, unfortunately, I kind of ran out of money before that, and whatever money I do have is going towards my OhioCon trip.
Ah, yes. OhioCon.
Yeah, that's a thing that's still happening. Let's fucking go.
Likely. Very likely. Unless, the world ends.
Unless shit goes sideways. But yeah, shall I talk about what I've been up to?
No, I was gonna segue into my Black Friday thing.
Okay, what kind of Black Friday shit you been doing?
Just last night, the impromptu, I noticed that I got I ordered from Best Buy. It was like $70 off. The Samsung Galaxy A7 Lite tablet.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and for like 130 or something. And I got it because I want to get into reading like comics. And like Here, the thing is, like, it's weird because like manga on my phone works just fine, but like Western comics feel kind of scrunched on there.
Yeah, I think that's a lot. Hold on. I think a lot of that is just down to the fact that like Western comics have typically more detailed color artwork with like a lot of gradients and shit.
Yeah, and also like they fuck around with font sizes a lot more.
Yeah, and there's like the density of text is a lot higher in American comics typically.
Yeah, yeah. So like for all those reasons and more, I wanted to get a larger screen to read comics on. I really wanted to get like a 10-inch one. This is an 8.7-inch. I really wanted to get like a 10-inch one, but there just weren't any like 10-inch tablets from like reputable manufacturers in my price range. You know?
Yeah.
That would have pushed it well over $200, which is just more than I wanted to spend on something like this.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Like 200 is about like the upper limit of what I would personally spend on a tablet, so I feel you.
Yeah. So I got like the Samsung A7 Lite, which yeah, and then also because there's some media apps I'm interested in that like don't have like console versions, like Curiosity Stream and whatnot, which I actually did the Curiosity Nebula deal last night as well.
Nice.
So I want to do that, but I also want to watch like I've been watching more anime on my phone and stuff, and I'm just like it's fine, but like I could use something a bit better than that. So
why would you do that? David Lynch is rolling in his grave.
He said phone, not tablet. I want to make that clear.
Okay.
I'm cheating the David Lynch system. Yeah, check yourself into a rape center about that.
Oh, God.
You weirdo. That's a real thing. Look it up.
It is. David Lynch does some weird shit, people.
An interviewer asked him to explain his creative process, and then he proceeded to check himself into a rape center. I would love to have been a fly on the wall for that visit. There are, you know, you think to yourself, there's moments in history where you're like, man, I wish I was a fly on the wall for that. Like, for some people, they'd be like, man, I wish I was at like an MLK rally. And some people are like, man, I wish I was there when Hitler killed himself. No, I'm like, I want to be there when fucking David Lynch checked himself into a rape center because he had to explain how he writes. That's where I want to go. That's the fly on a wall situation for me.
God.
I get to the pearly gates and then like, you can revisit any moment in history, my child. I'm like, yeah, I'd like to see when David Lynch checked himself into a rape center.
God. The weirdest shit. God.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, look, you know, if that's how seriously he takes it, I kind of respect it on some level. But, you know.
Did you get any, like, video game Black Friday deals, or?
You know, I was in the middle of explaining something, Kevin. Stop rushing me a lot. You got a hot date to go to? What the fuck?
No, I don't.
I knew you didn't. I said that to make you feel bad.
Well, it failed!
Oh, damn it. Reversal.
Reversal?
Yeah, like I said, I wanted something a bit better to watch things on and read comics. And also, like, there's just times where it's like, man, I want to read some manga or whatever, but I'm like, oh, my phone battery's low. Whoops. You know, it's like, you know, or like I want to watch something while I play a game or something, but you know, I'm charging my phone, or I have to talk to someone on Discord or whatever. Like, it would be nice to have like another thing to handle that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's actually why I, you know, bought tablets for, you know, a few years, is because it was nice having that, like, kind of middle ground option between, like, you know, my phone screen is too small, but I don't want to use the TV, and using my laptop is too cumbersome, so
yeah,
the tablet is like that perfect middle ground between everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I need to get a new one, honestly.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't do, like, really complicated shit on a tablet, so I can get away with something like a fucking Amazon Fire tablet.
See, I was told that the Amazon Fire stuff tends to lock you to Amazon's apps, and I didn't want that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I didn't want that. I want the full Android experience.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I want to install fucking unregistered APKs because I'm a badass like that.
You can still do it on like a Fire tablet, but it's like a bigger pain in the ass to do it.
Well, I like less pain in my ass, if you didn't notice.
Yeah, I can understand why.
It hurts to be in pain. Life lessons on the Baka Gaijin show. So I ordered that, and like they also on sale on Amazon was like a 128 gig micro SD. So I'm like, okay, now I'll go on the tablet.
Speaking of micro SDs, that 1 terabyte micro SD that came out for like $450 originally, back when like the Switch came out, that's down to like $110 on sale now.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's finally down to a reasonable price.
Yeah, you can put a lot. You can put a lot of Switch games on that.
Yep, I might upgrade to that sometime soon because my 128 gig SSD or micro SD in my Switch is it's starting to become a little crowded in there.
I have a 256 in my Switch, and honestly, I've been kind of surprised how much that is in Switch space.
Yeah, it is, but I buy a lot of games.
I don't I acquire a lot of games on Switch. Yes.
Well, a lot of the games that I buy are like higher capacity, like fucking Doom and shit like that. So.
Yeah, I don't know why you got this brand spanking laptop situation.
Look, I got Doom 2016 because I didn't have the laptop at the time.
I know, but why is that still an issue to you now that you have it?
Because I still have those other games that I had on Switch.
What are the high capacity ports on Switch that you're gonna buy that you can't buy on PC?
I know, like, not many.
Exactly.
Still, there's probably some there's gonna be some games in the future that I'm gonna want to get on Switch, and
yeah, I
want enough space that everything that I have ever purchased can just be in one place. You know?
Yeah, I understand that. I guess.
Yeah.
It's a tall order. It can be. It can be. If I don't think there exists a drive big enough for everything I've ever purchased on PSN. Although, to be fair, 4 terabytes is a lot. I have a 4 terabyte external. That's a lot.
Yeah, true.
But it's not everything. I've had to rearrange shit. I've also started to run into the frustration of the limited SSD space on PS5 as well.
SSDs are really nice for their speed, but yeah, the lack of capacity for less money is a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, you can install a secondary one now, but they're really expensive. The ones that meet PS5 specifications are really expensive, and you also have to buy your own heatsink because apparently Mark Cerny didn't think about that. So yeah. So I'm waiting for prices to come down on the. I'm not quite ready to spend the money on that expansion yet, because I'm still at a point where I'm like, yeah, I'll rearrange shit. I'll delete shit. Reinstall later.
Yeah, I'm running into that issue on my laptop.
Yeah. Well, like in totality or just your SSD?
The SSD is the only drive I have in my laptop right now.
Oh, right. I keep telling you to buy a hard drive and you don't.
I don't have money.
I want to get a 1 terabyte micro SD for my Switch. Meanwhile, my laptop is hard driveless.
Yes.
I just explained to you why that would be a bad idea. You use your Switch less now.
I mean, yes.
I don't understand your priorities sometimes.
I'm a weird guy, all right?
Yeah, it's fair, I guess. That checks out. I'm scanning back through the past 8 years of memories. I'm like, you know what? That checks out.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, I haven't really bought any games since last time. But there might be I'm anticipating there's going to be like a sale when the Game Awards are going on. There's usually like a Game Awards sale.
Yeah.
Also, some stuff might shadow drop. You never know.
True. I'm gonna
shadow drop.
I'm gonna try and keep a little bit of money, like, you know, squirreled away, like maybe like $30-40, so I can pick up a couple of things.
Yeah. You look at the Steam Autumn sale.
I did, and there's some good shit on sale.
Yeah.
Sucks
Nothing compel you though.
Sucks I can't do anything about it.
You weren't compelled.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
Mm-hmm. I get you. You know. Yeah, I see sometimes that like there's a lot of stuff that I want on sale, but it's either just like not low enough or just like I don't think I'm gonna get to it anytime soon.
Exactly. So that's the problem I'm running into right now.
Yeah. Have you tried being less busy?
I've tried, but it's kind of hard.
Okay. Yeah.
I just have other things to like occupy my time with.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I almost went in on the Right Stuff is doing a Black Friday thing.
Yeah.
And they had like the first 4 Shaman King omnibuses for like $47 or something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I almost did it, and I was like, I just don't have the space to dedicate to collecting manga.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck it, you know.
Yeah, the only manga I'm doing like consistent purchases of is Fist of the North Star because of the new hardcover releases.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
Yeah. Hardcovers are expensive.
Yeah, the MSRP for these is like $20, but they normally sell on Amazon for like 16.
Right, yeah. I was quoting the fucking Jello's doing a Kickstarter for his Epithet Erased book.
Yeah.
And one of the stretch goals is getting it in hardcover, and it just says hardcovers are surprisingly expensive.
They are.
Yeah. To produce, I guess. Yeah. Good for him. You know, I don't think he's gonna get that second season funding from Verve anytime soon. So good for him. He's found a way to keep his series going through like light, illustrated light novels and whatnot.
Good.
With audiobook. Apparently, there's going to be an audiobook version with the original cast and score and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I haven't gotten into that series yet. I've always, it's in the back of my mind, maybe at some point. But it's good that it's not dead. Unlike Verve, which is dying.
A slow and painful death.
Yep. Yeah, did you know Curiosity Stream is just gone now from Verve? It's not even there.
It's gone.
Yep, they've got almost nothing left. Rooster Teeth is leaving at the end of the year.
Yep. All they're gonna have now is like fucking...
It's Crunchyroll, and then it's like Cartoon Hangover and Mondo. I think that's literally it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's like Rooster,
and whatever
Rooster
they have
Teeth's,
under Verve Select.
Yeah, just random fucking shit. Because, it used to be so good, though. You know, Rooster Teeth's gone, Curiosity Stream is gone, Nick Splat is gone, Boomerang's gone.
Verve has so little to it now. It's so frustrating. It used to be such a good service.
Yeah, also Funimation used to be there, but now they're not.
Yeah.
High Dive used to be there.
Now they're not.
It's a whole. I remember that as like when Funimation left, like, don't worry, we got High Dive now, and then High Dive left was like,
now we have nothing but Crunchyroll, and it's the same price as Crunchyroll. So like, just pay for Crunchyroll.
Yeah, unless you really like Mondo.
Unless you really like Mondo TV or whatever the fuck Shout Factory puts on there.
Yeah. Yeah, as a Verve subscriber, it's been very painful watching Verve just die slowly in real time, just continually just losing more and more things.
How much do you like the 12 seasons of Super Sentai that Shout Factory has?
Yeah. That sucks. Like I keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it until they do it, but like I feel like Sony is gonna merge Funimation and Crunchyroll at some point into one service.
Yeah.
And that'll be a good day, because right now everything is too fucking fragmented.
Yeah, bring back the Funny Roll deal. I liked that.
I feel like they have to. I feel like it just makes sense, you know, to have all their anime in one brand.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and like, presented by Shout Factory, Attack of the Crab Monsters.
So giant enemy crabs is what you're saying.
Giant enemy crab, yeah.
Can we attack their weak point for massive damage?
Probably.
I'd assume so.
Yeah, it's like you have a couple seasons of Ultraman, about a dozen seasons of Super Sentai, some weird ass like old TV shows and shit. Reboot, Thunderbirds. God, there is not much on Verve these days. Ugh.
Outside of Crunchyroll, yeah, just scraping the bottom of that barrel.
I love Verve, or I loved Verve. Let's talk about it in past tense, honestly.
Yeah. You know, it's like your grandma with her stage 4 pancreatic cancer. It's like she's still there, but you know, it's only a matter of time.
She ain't the same as she used to be. Not as spry as she once was.
Yeah, it's just like you try not to get too attached anymore because you know the end is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we feel about streaming service Verve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Verve has pancreatic cancer, basically.
Hold on, putting that down as a potential episode title.
Yeah, Verve has stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Yeah, I'll write that down. Yeah. It's a shame. It used to be such a great deal and a great service, but now it's just Crunchyroll with some extra random shit.
Yeah, it's Crunchyroll with extra steps.
Yeah, let me tell you, Verve doesn't have a native PS5 app, and I really doubt it's ever going to get one.
Yeah, it's very obvious at this point that Crunchyroll, who, you know, they're the people who run Verve, honestly. It's very clear at this point that Crunchyroll does not actually give a shit about Verve anymore.
Yeah, it's like, there's some business shuffling because of the Sony and buying Crunchyroll. There's some business shufflings behind the scene. I think things are being restructured and figured out right now, and I think Verve is just kind of sitting in limbo, waiting to die.
It's still wild to me that Crunchyroll is technically a $1 billion company.
Yeah, remember when they were a fan subgroup?
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. Fucking sellouts. Anyway. It's okay, they have an office building. I hope they got to keep their office building that looks like a fucking night street. I mean, you know.
You know the one.
Yeah, I hope for all the bullshit they got for it, I hope they got to keep it. I hope they, you know, what is it called? Nizakia or whatever?
I don't fucking know.
Come on, weeb, tell me weeb things. I think it's called, the Japanese night market, it's called izakaya, I think.
Yeah, izakaya. Yeah, I think. Something like that.
That's what it's modeled after.
Maybe.
You know? Remember when the Grumps had an office design like that, and then they lost it in like less than a year?
Yeah. How'd that go for you, Aaron?
Whoops.
Now all they do is play Danganronpa and feel depressed.
Maybe if he didn't have shit taste, he wouldn't be so depressed.
Funny joke.
I hate when people make memes from their Danganronpa Let's Plays. I'm just like, I refuse to understand these memes. I don't know. I don't acknowledge Italian Sayaka in this house. I don't.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
In this house, we do not love and respect Italian Sayaka.
Yeah, we don't acknowledge Game Grumps Danganronpa memes. It's not a thing. I acknowledge many things, some begrudgingly. This is one thing where I'm like, no, these memes are invalid. I don't accept them.
I must stand my ground.
This is a based zone, not a cringe zone. What have you been up to?
About time. We've been going for an hour.
Look, I had to tell you about the time I got my prescription filled at Costco, okay? It's a very serious thing.
And the time you ate 3 bowls of ice cream. Okay, got it.
Yeah, which was yesterday.
Clearly you've been up to a lot. Me, not so much.
Yeah, look, Kevin. Sometimes our first segment is really fucking short, and most of it's just Reddit diving. We're trying to even it out a little. We're trying to,
All right, yeah, I okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you understand. Anyway, what have you been up to? Nothing? Okay.
No!
Well, you said it, not me.
I said not as much.
Okay.
There's a very distinct difference.
What tiny minuscule... You eat a Hot Pocket? What happened?
Actually, no, I haven't been eating Hot Pockets lately.
Why? Is everything okay? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, no, I'm eating freezer pizzas.
Oh, okay. They're like Hot Pockets, but wider.
Yeah, it's like a folded open Hot Pocket.
Yeah. With more stuffing, actually.
Yeah. I, as per usual, have been playing Halo Infinite.
Wow.
And there is a new event, the Tenrai, the Tenrai Fiesta event. I've mentioned it before. I really like Fiesta in Halo because it's basically just regular Slayer, but every time you spawn, you get a random weapon assortment. And it's actually a really fun way of experimenting with different weapons and learning how they work. And now that I've actually had time to use a lot of the power weapons in Halo Infinite and like get used to how they function,
yeah,
I really like the weapon layout in Halo Infinite. It took a lot of getting used to because the weapons in Infinite work very, very differently from previous games.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like everything kind of has a good place in the overall hierarchy of the game's meta. You have some really good weapons for disabling vehicles. You have good weapons for like precision one-shot kills. You have some good weapons for, you know, close-range combat, mid-range combat, stuff that has a lot of splash damage, you know, your rockets and the cinder shot. Honestly, I'm feeling really good about the weapon assortment. It feels really nice. It's just, it took a lot of getting used to how a lot of these things work and, like, what situations you have to adjust to every time you get a new weapon.
Yeah, I don't know much about... I never played Halo multiplayer, so I know very little about game modes. I don't know what Slayer even is.
Slayer is just the regular PvP.
Oh, it's just deathmatch?
Yep.
Okay. Probably call it that. The one mode I do know, obviously, is the mode, I don't know, is it back in Infinite, but is Griffball back?
Griffball is not back yet. That's probably going to be added in a later update.
Yeah, Griffball's the only one I know because it comes from Red vs. Blue.
Yeah, Griffball's been a consistent thing since Halo 3.
Yeah, that's so wild to me that, like, the Red vs. Blue guys just made up a mode named after a character, and now it's just like an official mode that's been in multiple games.
Yep. There are competitive Griffball tournaments.
It's crazy.
Griffball is going to be interesting because they drastically altered the way that the gravity hammer works. It has a much longer wind-up now. It has a much longer wind-up, but
to be fair, they can also change that shit on a per-mode basis.
They can, but like it has a longer wind-up, and it's absurdly powerful now.
Yeah.
Not like it wasn't powerful before. It is a power weapon, but like this thing has wide range now and can kill you in one hit, even at full shields. And possibly even if you have an overshield.
Have you played Griffball in the other games? You like Griffball?
I have played Griffball quite a bit. I do like Griffball.
Nice.
I really like it. It's actually a very fun strategic mode.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I used to suck ass at Griffball. I'm actually okay at it now.
Yeah, clearly they're withholding it because they know the second they announce Griffball, all the boys are coming to the yard.
Oh yeah, like all the boys came to the yard already.
Yeah, well, now they're gonna get more boys to come. As soon as the boys feel like they okay, the party's run its course. I'm out of social energy. I'm out of here. See ya. They're like, wait, and then they bust out the griff ball, and the boys are back in the yard.
It's just this friggin' emergency glass pane over here, just like break in case of emergency. It's just the griff ball mode.
Yeah, if your Steam players drop below 100k, just break out griff ball.
You know what? It'll work. It'll work.
It'll work. With a live service game or whatever, you got to do that shit. You got to hold shit back so you can retain interest at strategic intervals.
Yeah, that's more or less what they're doing, because base Halo Infinite has only really a handful of modes right now that are in like the regular rotation, and the current Fiesta event is like the first new mode that they've added to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, I say new mode, but it's been in every game since the original.
Mm-hmm.
Or Halo 2, I think, actually, come to think of it. But, yeah.
Yeah. Do you agree with XQC? He said Halo Infinite feels too slow.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I just saw a Dexerto article where it was like competitive Overwatch player XQC calls Halo Infinite too slow.
Of course the competitive Overwatch player over here says that Halo Infinite's too slow.
I mean, he likes it.
Bro, never play Halo 3. You will fucking hate it.
Yeah. I think he just said it's too slow to hold modern interests.
No, it really isn't.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. He gets the big bucks to play competitively, and you don't. I don't know.
Overwatch is not the base. Overwatch should not be the baseline for speed in a shooter. Okay. Overwatch is kind of a unique thing.
I think he's talking about more than Overwatch. I think he was also talking about, like, I don't know what else he could have been talking about. Hopefully he's not talking about Apex. Apex is slow as shit.
It is. Like, I don't know, like, Halo Infinite feels very fast and snappy. Like, it has a really good pace to it.
I don't yeah. You mean overall match pace? I don't think he was talking about movement or like control or anything. That snappiness in that is not the same as like match pace, pace.
I mean, even then, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should actually read articles before I dunk on them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I did. I just forgot. It's been like a week and a half or something.
But yeah, well, The Matrix Resurrections is coming out next month, as I've mentioned. And I have watched The Matrix Reloaded this week.
We haven't talked about this on the show. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I talked about, again, that's another thing we talked about, like, in private, but, like, not on the show.
Okay, yeah.
It's interesting going from the original Matrix to Reloaded, because the original Matrix is, like, this dark, heavily psychological, like, urban sci-fi post-apocalyptic thing. And The Matrix Reloaded is just friggin' Neo becomes Superman. Neo becomes Superman. The movie is like one half action scenes. Act one ends with Act one ends with a giant, pit orgy.
Yeah, it's like the movie's like 60% car chase.
There's like a friggin' 35 minute period of the movie where it's just a big fucking car chase, and at some point, now don't get me wrong, it was fun. I was very entertained. But at some point, I'm just like, they should probably have gotten away by this point.
Yeah. In my mind, in my memory, Matrix Reloaded goes rave orgy, Smith fight, really, really long car chase, architect scene. That's the whole movie.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the movie. No, you remember correctly.
Yep.
I just watched the movie, and you are 100% accurate. For the record, I love the architect scene.
Yeah, I love the architect scene, too. It's a great scene.
I understand a lot of people have issues with it, but just pay better attention.
Yeah, I also like the MTV parody of that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the Smith fight is better than the one in Revolutions.
Well, Revolutions is the one that I remember the least. So
I'm telling you, it's because not a whole lot happens.
Well, before I watch Revolutions, I have to watch Animatrix. So I'm gonna do that probably tonight or tomorrow night. We'll see. I have also been watching the Scooby-Doo direct-to-video movies that have been coming out the last couple of years. I've watched a few of those. In particular, I have watched Moon Monster Madness and Franken-Creepy.
Yeah.
Now, I respect Jello Apocalypse's opinions here.
Uh-huh.
But I like Franken-Creepy more than I like Moon Monster Madness.
What?
Incredulous. Franken-Creepy's fucking hilarious.
Well, I don't think Moon Monster Madness is trying to be hilarious.
No, like, Moon Monster Madness actually has, like... I will give Moon Monster Madness this. It has a really strong supporting cast, and, like, Jello did point out that they went way harder on, like, the visual design of that movie than they probably should have.
This is sadly the closest you've come to playing BioShock, and that makes me angry.
It's true. Oh, God. Oh, man. The monster actually looks like the alien from the Alien movies.
We have BioShock at home. BioShock at home.
Jinkies. Yeah, my only real issue with Moon Monster Madness is that it has, like, Skeptic Velma as, like, one of the main driving forces of the plot. And she's like...
They're not letting go of that is the problem.
What's worse is that she's a I wouldn't have an issue with that all that much if it were for the fact that she is just a massive bitch to Daphne throughout the entire movie for a really, really petty reason.
Yeah. They really gotta let go of Skeptic Velma. It just does. They've had it for like a decade now, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, like it's kind of a damper whenever she's just like, I'm telling you guys, ghosts and aliens aren't real, even though canonically in this timeline she has met literal ghosts and literal aliens.
Yeah, like when Jello is like, even a good Velma is still kind of a mediocre Velma.
Yeah, I made a point on Twitter or on Discord somewhere the other day that, like, oh god, regarding Moon Monster Madness, that, jeez, I forgot what I was gonna say there. God damn it. But, like,
okay,
I want to like Velma as a character, but oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say.
Right. Yeah.
It helps if you're going to have a character be the skeptic here and be like, ghosts aren't real, aliens aren't real, this and that isn't real. It helps to either not have a prior installment where these things were explicitly real, or alternatively make a clear divide as to what is or is not canon in this particular movie, because there's nothing in Moon Monster Madness that implies that, like, Zombie Island or Alien Invaders was not real.
Right.
Or the witch's ghost or anything like that. Like, there's nothing in the movie that says that clearly was not canon. Like, you can still look at this movie and be like, okay, but these movies still happened, and there's nothing to indicate that they didn't.
Right.
And I have a real problem with that. It just makes Velma seem like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
It makes Velma seem like she has, like, selective amnesia regarding, like, her prior adventures with the crew.
Yeah. Yeah, they gotta figure that out. They gotta like, if anyone needs a revamp right now, it's Velma, because the direction they've had Velma the last decade or so is just not working.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah.
And watching Franken-Creepy, now I understand what Jello was talking about when the best modern Velma, as of late, was in Franken-Creepy, where she was trying to kill the gang on purpose.
Yeah.
She gets hypnotized in the movie and, like, tries to kill everyone. by resurrecting a... I love that I read off the premise of that movie on the last episode, and I'm happy to announce that, I'm happy to report that movie absolutely lives up to the premise.
To my recollection, isn't it basically just like a good version of Monsters Unleashed?
It is. It really is. Previous villains that the gang has, unmasked and thrown in jail conspire against Mystery Incorporated to bring them down.
Yeah.
But my favorite part of that movie is that, it's a major plot point that there is a large gas deposit underneath the Dinkenstein Mansion. The Dinkenstein Mansion.
The Dinkenstein Mansion, yes.
I love that. Yeah, it turns out Velma is actually descended from an immigrant family. Go figure.
Fred's uncle is Bobby Flay, so who's the real winner here?
We're really adding to the Scooby-Doo lore here.
Yeah. Why, it's celebrity chef Bobby Flay!
And I don't think this is a spoiler. The gas deposit blows up at the end of the movie. And it blows up because the villains are trying to kill, Mystery Incorporated. And right. Shaggy, of all characters, is the one who's like, well, I don't understand. Why didn't you just use the gas and sell the gas and sell the rest of the gas deposit so that you can make a shitload of money? And they're like, fuck, we didn't think about that.
Well, I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
It's, God. I highly recommend watching Frank and Creepy. That movie's a hell of a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Also, it has, one of the funniest fucking... it has one of the funniest fucking running gags, because Fred is, throughout the entire movie, he is traumatized by the Mystery Machine exploding in the first act. And, every now and then, it's like, it's okay, gang. I'll just go over to the Mystery Machine and grab a... Oh, wait. And then it just has, this extended flashback to the Mystery Machine exploding every single time.
In the arms of an angel.
Fred just goes completely dead-eyed and goes to 1,000-mile stare every time.
Well, he is a lawless god in a forsaken land.
I fucking love Fred in that movie. He's the funniest part of the movie.
Yeah.
Also, there are elements of that movie that weirdly tie it into Mystery Incorporated. We see Velma's family tree, and her parents look exactly like her parents from the show, and, Daphne has her crawfish allergy, and, Fred is obsessed with traps again.
If you want, that's a good thing to base on, I guess.
It's basically a Mystery Incorporated movie that looks like a regular Scooby-Doo movie.
I'd also have to fucking point out, and this is going to make us feel ancient, but I have to point out that the people who grew up with Mystery Incorporated are getting to the age where they could start working on things like this.
Oh god, they are. Oh, hello.
Yeah, Mystery Incorporated is 10 years old at this point.
Oh god, I was in late high school.
Yep.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Making You Feel Old podcast, where we do that.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, been watching Scooby-Doo, been watching The Matrix, been playing Halo. That's kind of it.
You're just a good old-fashioned consumer, aren't you?
Must consume more media. More content from the content tubes onto the conveyor belts of cinema? Yes, please!
Yes, please! Well, that's what we've been doing, so I think that's a segment down.
That'll do it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Stay tuned to the Baka Gaijin show. Welcome back to the Baka Gaijin show. You know who we are.
Mm-hmm. It
There's no
never
point.
changes.
Yeah, sadly. Imagine if, sometimes we have like third chair, fourth chair even sometimes, but like imagine if you tuned into the Baka Gaijin show and it wasn't even us. It's like in Buddy System season 2 where where Red and Link never, met and became like a duo. And so like they're watching like Ved and Rink on their phone. It's a great little thing. Does it internally bleed? So we got a cup of nails here. Let's just chew on the thumbtacks here. Let's just chew on those. Ooh, is that bleeding? Oh, is that internal?
Today we ask the age-old question.
I just love that gag so much. Does it internally bleed? And then they just start chewing on thumbtacks.
Yeah, as you do. What better way to, measure that?
Man, in that universe, the clickbait race is intense.
Yep. I mean, the clickbait race is already pretty intense in our universe. Let's be real here.
Yeah. Kevin, you know what time it is.
I believe I do know what time it is.
We're going Reddit diving, and we're taking the audience along with us.
Woo!
Yeah, put on your snorkel.
Put on your swimming hat, people.
You wear a swimming hat? You wear like a cap?
No, but some people might.
Yeah.
I know people who do.
Fucking losers.
Ha! Got him!
Yeah. Anyway, you can start off with this one.
Alrighty then. We start off with an Aita. Okay.
It's a lot of those.
The usual. Okay.
Yeah,
I will have the usual, sir. Posted by Tamahi. Am I the asshole for not letting my pregnant niece get into my pickles? God. Here we go.
Yep.
First, my niece, I'm her aunt, we'll call Kay, is pregnant. She and I are the major dill pickle eaters in our family. The pickle eaters.
Yeah.
That's a breed of person, apparently.
Uh-huh.
I would sometimes buy a higher priced brand as a treat for myself, especially if I've had a bad week. The last 2 jars I've bought, she took and ate most of the jar. Like, I'd only gotten a couple of pickles and she'd find my jar and just eat the rest with no thought to the fact they were my pickles!
Scandalous!
You forgot the pickles! That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yep.
She never offered to pay me for them or even asked me. She asks my mom if she can have some, and even my mom is shocked when she sits there and cleans the jar, juice and all. I like the juice too, so I don't judge. It's called brine. Anyway.
Yeah.
And my mom has apologized to me multiple times because I would buy those, and like I said, I treat myself with a pricier jar.
Mm-hmm. Gourmet pickles, I understand. Bougie pickles!
Bougie pickles! I work like a dog so that my elderly mother doesn't overwork herself trying to prepare for Thanksgiving, and as a thank you for everything, she bought me a 2-quart jar of pickles. The word pickle is starting to become a very alien word.
Two whole quarts? That's like half a full. Half a whole.
She knows that once the leftovers are gone, I'll veg out on the couch with a jar of dills. Oh, thank God, she used a different word.
Yeah, veg out on pickles. Pickles are vegetables, but vegging out on pickles is a weird phrase.
My niece wanted pickles and asked if we had some. I told her we had hamburger pickles, and she flat out whined, "I don't want those." Next thing I know,
what is with this family and their very strong opinions on pickles?
Next thing I know, she's hunting through our pantry and finds my jar. What are these for? Those are mine. What for? Those are mine.
Eating, retard.
I could tell.
No, yeah.
I could tell she wasn't happy. I wouldn't let her have any, but I have little doubt by the time she left, half that jar would have been gone, and that just can't be healthy for her or the baby. And again, they're my pickles. She's been obnoxious about the whole "it's for the baby" spiel, which, frankly, I don't buy. Not for a whole jar of pickles, or a 2-quart jar of pickles. So, am I the asshole for not letting my pregnant niece tear through my thank you gift from my mother? Edit, I failed to mention she's on baby number 2. Edit 2, sorry. I have mental handicaps and live at home with my mom. I don't have a car, I have a limited income, and she comes around, IMO, for the free babysitting because she'll only stick around until close to time for her partner to get off work. We get stuck with her and her wailing 2-year-old for up to 8 hours, and frankly, yes, I am severely annoyed with her. What the hell is this post?
You're not the asshole.
Yeah, top comment is like, LMAO, I guess not the asshole, but this is the weirdest post I've seen in a while. Right? I was thinking it wouldn't be about I was thinking if it wouldn't be about pickles, but this passion combined with this topic is so hilarious. God.
Yeah.
Some people have very strong opinions about pickles, I have learned today.
Yeah, fucking... Look, it's another classic case, so we've seen this before, of pregnant women thinking they can just do whatever the fuck they want.
This happens surprisingly regularly, and I'm quite stunned about it. Huh. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is a consistent thing in ITIS I'm seeing.
Yeah. Sorting by controversial, we have Unknown Mango 2 going, they're fucking pickles, let her have them, she's fucking pregnant, bro, it's not that deep. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
You don't understand, there were her pickles!
And then someone's like, actually, she can go buy her own fucking pickles and leave OPs alone. She isn't entitled to other people's things just because she has a fetus growing inside her uterus. Yep. And then Unknown Mango comes in like, nah, they're just fucking pickles. It's not that deep.
It's
not that deep,
pickles,
bro.
Man.
It's not that deep, bro.
It's not that fucking deep, bro. It's just pickles.
It's not that deep. You know that's like a thing he says all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Anytime anyone has a problem with anything that he fucking doesn't relate to, he's like, it's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Bro.
Why are you getting so bent out of shape, bro?
Bro, it's not that deep. I personally don't care about it, so it's not an issue.
It's not a big deal, bro.
Yeah, I can relate to this.
It's just...
just pickles.
I can't get my dick wet to this. It's just pickles.
Ugh. Titser, get the fuck out. Yeah, you're not the asshole, OP.
Yeah, no, they're your pickles. Live your best life.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. I've heard that pickle cravings in pregnancy is very common because pickle juice is apparently amazing for relieving cramps.
I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah. You've noticed during all your pregnancies.
During all of the pregnancies that I've bore witness to, yes.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying. I was concerned. This isn't that kind of podcast.
No. Hi, welcome to the MPreg podcast. No, for the love of God, no.
Alright, my turn. I'm gonna read a Tifu.
Woo! Now, what level of Tifu are we talking about today, Zeke? Because I'm curious.
I should have known I disconnected because I said it's a medium Tifu, and then you asked what level of Tifu is it. So either we fell into a time warp or I disconnected.
We'll go with the second one.
Anyway. It's a medium Tifu, which means it could be anything. Fuck it.
So, yeah, I'm here. I'm waiting.
Okay. Alright. As we know, medium Tifu means different things to everyone, so it could be anything. Today I fucked up by wearing a hoodie with no shirt or bra underneath.
Oh dear. Okay, alright.
This doesn't feel an SFW because it's just boobs, but I'll tag it just to be safe.
It's just titties.
Yeah. Let me preface this by saying I haven't actually worn a real bra in 4+ years. I'm avidly part of the Free the Nipple campaign.
Okay, alright.
So it's normal for me to go about my day without a bra on. That being said, today was not the day to go without at least a tank top under my hoodie. Here it goes. Story time. I had a nice gig to work today in a very warm and wealthy area of the States. Won't give it away for the privacy of location. Even though the days still get upwards of 80 degrees here, it's still chilly in the late night, early morning. I sleep naked, so naturally when I wake up I just throw on a hoodie because it's really chilly and there's not much thought to it.
All right.
I had no idea the events that would unfold, or I would have put a tank top on underneath. Imagine this. One of the top 5 richest cities in the States, palm trees, Mercedes-Benzes everywhere. Here's me in the leggings and a hoodie just listening to music, walking to Safeway to get coffee before my gig. Then here comes a giant fucking bumblebee, lands on my neck. What the fuck?
Oh, no.
So I swipe it off my neck, and it gets stuck inside the hood of my hoodie. It stuck its stinger into the fabric and got totally stuck. I freaked the fuck out because I couldn't see it. I didn't know how it was stuck by its stinger. All I could hear was this bee buzzing around in my hood. So here's me in one of the richest cities.
Oh, no.
Surrounded by successful people in fancy buildings and cars, dancing around, flinging my hood around, trying to get this bee out. Well, no amount of me flailing my hood and body around could remove this bee. And here's me taking off my hoodie, titties out for everyone to see, so I can get this bee out of my hood. No big deal for me, really, because I've been a stripper and I'm a nudist.
Okay, all right. We're learning a lot about you today.
But the situation itself was pretty embarrassing. The flailing, the getting naked, the process of untangling the bee's stinger from my hoodie while in the Safeway parking lot surrounded by people that make triple my salary. My favorite thing about this post, though, is how everyone is getting on her ass for how she describes this location. where, I don't get it. Was this a wealthy area? Here I was in the wealthiest wealthy city in all of Wealth Town, surrounded by wealth. even the bee wore a monocle.
There I was, barbecue sauce on my titties.
She mentioned no less than 6 times that she was in a wealthy city.
Have I mentioned that I was in a wealthy city surrounded by wealthy people who make a lot of wealth?
Oh, these people were so rich and I was so naked. I'm so used to being naked.
My nudity, oh my boobs.
I'm almost tempted to give this an R that happened. I'm not saying it didn't, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
This feels like something somebody would write. I'm not sure why the wealthy city really plays a role in the story. It even kind of takes away from it.
It's like, look, girl, we get it. You're in the wealthy part of town. You don't gotta mention it so often.
Well, you don't understand. She's surrounded by wealth.
Girl, we're more interested in what happened with your boobs, okay?
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe I just said that. Okay. Wow. Okay. Look, you can't just You can't just open up immediately and be like, "I'm part of the Free the Nipple movement."
Someone's like, I'm not sure I understood that correctly. Was this like a wealthy place, or did the people there make more money than you?
Sounds like the comments were having a field day with this.
Yep. We get it. You're in a wealthy area.
Stop bragging.
And someone's like, I sleep naked. I'm a nudist. It's just boobs. None of these people give a fuck. This isn't even a fuck up. It's just an excuse to talk about how naked you are all the time.
This is bordering on, like, exhibitionism.
Yeah. Anyway, that was funny.
This is like a mild fuck up.
Yeah. If it was real.
Assuming the fuck up was real.
If that's even your real name. Are you really a nudist? Alright, you can read this one.
Woo! Alright. Ah, you're giving me another Aita, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see, you're giving me another Aita.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh.
Give it a hot second.
Don't keep them in suspense. You're keeping them in suspense.
I'm not trying to keep them in suspense. I'm trying to load the goddamn page. Fuck you, Red. Okay, here we go.
Well, what? Yeah, okay.
From Altruistic Leg 4165, am I the asshole for asking my sister's boyfriend to open a jar, presuming he would fail. What? Presuming he would fail. Alright, let's see where this goes. My, 19 female, boyfriend, 21 male, was meeting my family for the first time. It was the first time I brought a boy home. I was a lonely girl when in high school, and my sister, 21 female, always felt superior to me and let me know it. She has been dating this guy, 20 male, for a year or so, and I don't have any problem with him. My boyfriend goes to the gym a lot and is super muscular and strong. My sister's boyfriend is more of an intellectual guy and looks really weak compared to my boyfriend.
I like CPUs and processors.
When we're all together with my parents, my sister started to be mean with me, as always. I never know how to react because I get really angry, but if I do something too strong, then my parents act like it is all my fault. So I got an idea. I found a jar in the kitchen that was hard to open and asked my sister's boyfriend to try. He didn't want to, but I insisted, and after he failed, I make him keep trying for some time.
My nerd muscles!
This, as I expected, drew attention from my parents, my boyfriend, and my sister. Finally, he gave up, and my boyfriend opened it really easily. My father thought it was funny, but my mother and my sister realized what I had done and were upset. My boyfriend says that although he understands that my sister is bad, what I did to her boyfriend was not justified because he hadn't done anything wrong. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
Probably, but man, that was funny.
Top comment from Dr. Fish Taco. Esteemed.
A pooperintendent.
Yep. You're the asshole. You treated someone poorly who did nothing to you.
And she won't even acknowledge the responses as predicted. As predicted, as I suspected.
Yeah, you kind of were just an unprompted jerk.
Yeah, like, the boyfriend didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So,
leave the nerd alone.
Come on, man. Nerds don't deserve this shit. Come on.
Yeah, man. We'll just inventoid open jars.
Just get a jar opener.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, yeah, that's very cut and dry. You were a jerk.
Father's right, though. It was a little bit funny.
A little bit, but, you know, you're still kind of a jerk.
It's still kind of a jerk, yeah.
I will read the next post.
Okay. What shall you read?
Am I the asshole for reminding my girlfriend that a Roomba is just a Roomba?
It's not a pet.
2 years ago on Black Friday, my live-in girlfriend bought a Roomba on sale. She was really excited because we have a lot of pets and we did have to vacuum a lot. We still have to vacuum the furniture, but the Roomba handles the floors. He's on a strict routine she set up and gets every part of our apartment. I definitely like the thing, but my girlfriend has become kind of obsessed with it.
Oh dear.
She immediately gave him the name of an anime character and changed the language it says airs in to Japanese, which is kind of a pain in the ass because we never know what the problem is. She's really just personified this thing, and when she brushes the dogs and cats once a week, she thoroughly cleans the Roomba with special tools she bought and everything. But the thing that made me feel weird is how she talks to it. She just coos to this Roomba all the time about what a good job he does and how much we love him like he's a pet, and it's weird to me. This morning, it kind of came to a head because she was fixing the animals' breakfasts, and we went to work. She poured out some sprinkles on the floor and brought the Roomba to them and sung happy birthday to it and made it suck them up. I just watched this all from the table, and when she was done, I gently said, "Do you think this is normal?" She was confused, so I was like, "It's just a Roomba. You're so extra with it, and it's kind of creepy." I've made comments before, but she's always said, "It's because I appreciate how hard he works, how much he helps us." But feeding it sprinkles for me took it over the line of annoying to concerning. I told her I was kind of worried that she was obsessed with it and a little worried about her. I guess not sure what to say, but we didn't have a lot of time before we both went to work. I tried texting her and she hasn't responded, which she usually does because she walks to her apartment for her lunch break and let the pets out and stuff. Kind of worried I hurt her feelings, but I feel justified in bringing up the issue because I really don't think this behavior is normal, and I'm honestly worried about her mental health because of this.
I'd say not the asshole, but like, Wow. It's a little weird. I'm gonna be real. It's a little weird.
Do you want to know what Reddit thinks?
Yeah. Go ahead. What's Reddit think?
Top comment: Happy birthday, Roomba. You're the asshole. Let people have fun. I just bought a Roomba on sale this morning. He already has a name, and I'm buying googly eyes. You're the asshole, OP. Your girlfriend is hilarious.
Okay, I like the googly eyes thing. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, God, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit too utilitarian with shit like that to like do that myself. So like, I don't like get it. So I don't know. I don't think that. Here's the thing. I don't feel like OP is necessarily an asshole for bringing it up. Because, like, it's not like... I don't feel like...
Someone writes, you're the asshole. How is this different from people who name and baby their cars? We totally accept that as normal car culture behavior.
Okay, yeah, that is fair. That is fair.
I've known people who buy presents for their cars. I know people who do similar things for their road bikes. We should lean into silly things that bring us joy.
You know what? Fair point. I don't do that myself. That's it.
Also, Roombas have literally been used in studies to see if humans can bond with robots, and yes, we can, and we do.
Yeah.
And they said in an NBC News article.
To be fair, Roombas are kind of cute. It's just the large, hardworking hockey puck that sucks up all the dirt.
Yeah. Your girlfriend sounds fun. You have a fun girlfriend. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anyway, he gave an edit.
I do think it's fucking hilarious that she named it after an anime character and said all the error messages to Japanese.
Yeah.
That guy did laugh out of me.
He edited the post. I need to stop goofing off at work and get stuff done, but thank you everyone for the comments. Not what I was expecting from Reddit. I was expecting the usual, this is a major red flag, break up now! Me too, guy.
God, no. Even if you're not the asshole, it's not like a red flag to break up. It's just...
Well, you know how Reddit is sometimes. It's like, I'm having a slight issue with my relationship. Break up immediately! You are going to die!
Everything is going wrong. Get out while you still can!
Yeah, Reddit's very hyperbolic like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says, maybe I was looking into it too much. Someone hilariously suggested to get a gift for its birthday, so I think, I'll bring that home with an apology for saying she was weird and obsessed.
You know what?
I still think...
Get it a little pink bow.
I still think it's weird, but like a lot of you said, it's not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
I think I'll pick up some stickers, maybe make a birthday hat for it.
I like that idea, actually. That's fun.
Yeah. OP was the asshole, but he also went through character development, so...
Character development arc.
Normal part of life.
I don't know, that was just weird. And like, it was like a super minor thing too, so,
Yeah. Yeah.
My turn?
What?
My turn?
You co-host, read this.
My turn! Yeah! Am I the asshole for not helping my teenage daughter when she got stuck doing something I told her not to do? Oh no.
That depends. Did she get stuck in the dryer? Because that...
I, male 34, have a 17-year-old daughter from my first relationship.
Wait, let's do the math on that real quick. That would mean that he was like 14?
Hold on. 34 minus 17, 25. No, he was... Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Was he like 13, 14?
Wow.
Ooh.
I want to hear that story. What are you talking about this shit for?
Yeah, I want to know what that's going on. What the fuck?
No, he would have been 17, I think. No. Okay, that's a little bit.
No, 34 minus 17, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Yeah, no, 17. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
It's a little less weird, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it, math!
I knew people who had kids in high school.
I, male 34, have a 17-year-old daughter from my first relationship. Her mom and I haven't been together since before our daughter was born, but are still good friends and have co-parented well. I've always had my daughter twice a week and every other weekend. My daughter's bedroom window is connected to sorry, give me a second.
Yeah.
Mouth don't want to work. My daughter's bedroom window is connected onto our roof, which is flat, so her and her friends have occasionally went out there with blankets and food and sat and chatted. It's not particularly high up, so it isn't hugely unsafe, but I always urge her not to do it by herself. The window is about 2 feet above the roof, so it's hard getting back in if you're short or by yourself. On Saturday, I was out when I got a call from my daughter telling me she'd gotten stuck on the roof and I needed to come home immediately to come and help her. I told her that I'd be home soon, but she'd gotten out there herself when I told her a million times not to, so she can figure out how to get back in herself. Oh no. I got back around 2 hours later and my daughter had called her mom, who was absolutely furious. We live in Saskatchewan, so it was cold, but our daughter was fine, and I told her mom that if our daughter had listened to me about not going out there, it wouldn't have happened. Our daughter is fine, and I wasn't gone that long, but her mom and even my girlfriend are saying that I put my need to prove a point above my daughter's well-being. Am I the asshole?
Nah, she fucked around and found out.
She kind of did. But, like, I feel like you got the point across when she got stuck.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Yeah, so, like, you could have helped her.
I don't know. It's like, I don't see it as a huge, like, negative boon. Like, it's, like, being stuck on the roof for a few hours is, like, not the worst consequence a person could suffer for being stupid.
True, and it's like... It's not like she was in any immediate danger. If anything, she's actually rather safe stuck on the roof.
Yeah.
Nobody can get to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Especially not the bears.
Top comment from Supreme Court Just Ask Lola M1224. LOL. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the expense of your daughter. When I was 16, I used to do the same thing at my parents' house. They always told me to stop, so I got stuck and they were home. Instead of helping me right away, they went outside and took pictures of me stuck on the roof. There is still a framed photo of me on the roof that my mother has on her desk, lol. And not the asshole. She wasn't in any danger. You came home. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay. We're good. Sorry,
okay.
Something weird happened with my computer. The fan speed changed briefly.
Right.
Alright, anyway. She wasn't in any danger. You came home and helped. If she was in danger, she could have called friends, neighbors, and or the fire department. That's true. She did still have communication. She could have had anybody else come. It was 17 degrees outside and he left her for 2 hours. She was in danger. 17 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 8 degrees Celsius. It was about negative degrees Celsius, OP said, which is 17 degrees.
Where did you see that it was 17 degrees? In Saskatchewan, anytime in the last month, I highly doubt it was 17 degrees.
Yeah.
Whatever. Look, if she's going to go out on the roof not dressed for whatever weather it is, that's her fault too.
Yeah, that is true, because, like, you're in the open air. Like, the breeze is going to be colder than whatever the actual temperature is.
Now, if this was, like, actually, like, in the middle of a fucking blizzard or whatever, well, first of all, that's her fucking stupid fault for going outside in the middle of a blizzard. Like, look, you know what I'm saying, though, is that, like, it couldn't have possibly been that bad if she made the decision to go out there.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's bad enough to blame him for not rushing home to help.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, he could have helped, but at the same time, I'm not saying he had to help.
Yeah, not the asshole.
Yeah. Like, kids do stupid shit like that all the time, and they need to learn by like, you know,
let them fail.
Hard example. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
She's 17. Come on.
Yeah, that's 1 year after starting a new job at the mall. Trying to find out. I fucked up the lyrics order. I can't get back on track. Can't get back on track.
Oof.
Let's see. I'll do this one.
Okay, alright.
Am I the asshole for not taking my daughter to the movies?
We'll see. Let's see how this goes.
I have a 14-year-old daughter who's a massive anime fan. Based?
Oh?
In the beginning of October, she asked me if I could take her to see a film, saying that she would pay for a ticket. I told her to remind me. So when opening night came on Friday before Halloween, she asked if we could still go. I'm going to guess this was probably My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
I told her no because it was cold and rainy. I told her we could go on Halloween. When Halloween came around, we were going to go see it that night. My 3 other kids wanted to go to the preserve for trick-or-treating. Didn't take it too well. I told her that it just came out and we could see it next Saturday. It turns out I had an overnight shift I had to work that night, so I told her on Sunday we could go on Sunday. Sunday came. She was excited because it was finally time for her to see it, but since that morning I didn't get as much sleep as I planned, I told her we could go on Thursday since she was off that day. She kept asking me when we were going, but I told her I would take her, but her sister didn't want to go the weekend. Her sister hates anime. Cringe. Almost a month went by and my daughter's really mad at me, stopped smiling. Most of the time she stays in her room, doesn't even talk to me anymore. I told my daughters that I was going to the movies to see a movie with a friend, and my daughter looked devastated. She asked when I was going to take her to the movies, and I told her I didn't know. And with that ask, she went to her room for the night. The next day it was evening. I went to check on her, and I saw her laying on her bed with her phone in pitch black darkness. I told her to get over herself and get out of bed, and the look she gave me feel kind of guilty. Am I the asshole?
Yes, you led her on for like what, 2-3 weeks or something, and like at the end of it, you're just like, get over yourself. Like, dude, you could have spent the time. You could have put aside the time to take your daughter to the movie. You said you would do it. You said over and over, I'll do it this, I'll do this then, I'll do it then, I'll do it then, and you didn't.
Top comment, you're the asshole. Here's a list of things you've made clear are more important than your promise to her. Your other children's preferences, mildly inconvenient weather, you being a bit tired, your own movies and fun. You told her where she stands, and she's now quite reasonably reevaluating how important your relationship is going to be in the immediate future.
Yeah, you were an asshole, man.
Somebody else types, when you're old and in the nursing home, I hope she doesn't visit because it's raining out.
Oh, God.
Sorry, 10% chance of rain, UV index is at moderate. Maybe I'll visit on Halloween.
Oh, God. I just can't get over the fact that this guy thinks that he's not the asshole because, dude.
Actually, I think it's the mother. People are saying they're female. I don't know where they're getting that. It might be some other comment. Still,
even then, like.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
That's a dick move. Come on.
Yeah. This is at a certain point, like, if you just can't fucking make the time, you just have to admit that.
Yeah, at some point you gotta be clear.
If you're busy, but just fucking, like, don't string people along.
Exactly. Like, I hate it when people do that to me, and like, when people do that to me, I will call them an asshole for doing that.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, this is a very clear-cut you're the asshole moment, and I can't see how you would think that you're not in this situation, because, like, oh my God, like, how do people think that they can get away with bullshit like this? Even if they're a parent. Like, promise something and follow through on it, okay?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is the mother.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Whatever. What doesn't make a difference, but whatever.
That said, kid's pretty fucking based, though.
Yeah. Pretty based. Yeah, you're the asshole. It's about as simple as that. Don't make promises you can't. Don't string people along. Don't make promises you can't keep. Yada yada. And just, like, I don't know, figure something out. Like, she's 14. You can drop her off. Yeah, like, whatever.
Yeah, figure out what your priorities are here.
Yeah, like, I just refuse to believe in, like, the 3 or 4 weeks this took place over, there wasn't any opportunity for you to figure something out. Anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to read A Tale from Retail?
Ooh, I would love to read A Tale from Retail.
A Tale from Retail.
A retail tale.
Yeah. Here you go.
Woo! Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Oh, you just sent the exact same thing again.
Oh, sometimes copy paste. Sometimes copy paste is more of art than science.
There we go. Tales from Retail. Here we go. All right. Posted by Silver Mist X. Why can't I bring my own earrings and have you pierce my ears for free? Oh dear. I work in a popular children's slash.
Just before you start, I'll read the lines for the customer.
Okay. I work in a popular children's slash teens accessory store known for free piercings with the purchase of a pair of piercing earrings. Just say earrings.
You know, well, they're trying to,
Yeah.
not differentiate from the clip-ons or whatever.
I'm the store manager, so I'm here all the time, and at least 3 times a day, I get this customer in person or on the phone.
How much does it cost to get a piercing?
I explained that the service is free, but must be with a pair of purchased earrings, with the lowest being $25.
Well, what if I bring my own earrings?
We can't do that because ours come in a cartridge to fit the gun, and our legal paperwork doesn't allow for that either. It always becomes an argument at that point. For various reasons, I can't shove some random pair of earrings through ears for free. I hate the fact some people are so cheap they basically expect me to do unpaid work for them. I recommend several tattoo parlors that could do it to them, and that would do a better job than me, and they never want to go to them because they're too cheap to pay a professional. Hate those fucking people. Sorry. I just want to lose it on them occasionally and ask them how anyone is going to make any money if people brought their own earrings and we pierced them for free. Or just tell them that if they're too cheap to pay someone to do it, then maybe they shouldn't get it done. Edit. Didn't expect this post to get so much interaction when I was ranting. To explain to anyone suggesting I do the piercing and offer the earrings as free, I can't do that. They have to purchase the earrings and I have to use those specific earrings. The piercing gun only fits proprietary cartridges with the earrings we offer for sale in it. Also, I have no delusions in thinking I'm good enough to pierce them any other way. You know what? Yeah. Totally fair. Mm-hmm. They understand where their limits lie. I respect that. Spearmint Squirrel, top comment. The tattoo parlor won't do it for them either, assuming it's a decent place. When I got my ears pierced last time, I called around to a few places, and they all said the same thing. The piercing needle and the jewelry both need to be sterilized. The earrings they sell are pre-sterilized, individually packaged in plastic. Some places will let you bring your own jewelry to be put through their autoclave for sterilization, but most won't. Also, it has to be made of a material that can withstand the process in the first place, so no cheap jewelry. I'm surprised this lady hasn't resorted to a do-it-yourself piercing kit on Amazon, if even $25 is too much for her. When you're putting a hole through your body, cheaping out is not the move.
Mm-hmm. Who needs a kit when I have a lighter and a sewing needle?
Oh my god. There's literally a scene like that in fucking Freaky Friday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. I have that on DVD.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah. That disc is probably fucked up by now, but yeah.
Fucked up beyond all recognition.
We are business, not a charity.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to. Like, people expect a lot of businesses to, it's like, oh, if I do this, and this, will you do this for free? It's like, no, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. Unfortunately, we are not a charity and we still need to make money. Also, and a lot of, like, they're also asking for something that is either, like, baseline impossible technologically or really, really dangerous, considering, you're piercing someone's skin with a needle.
Yep. It's almost the time of year where people are going to start asking for the suicide cables.
Can't wait for suicide booze to be, properly introduced. Futurama said it would happen.
Yeah.
You have chosen slow and painful.
I love those signs. They're just like, we don't sell male-to-male power cables. Nobody should ever sell male-to-male power cables. You will fucking die.
You will fucking die. God, that reminds me of that one fucking receipt that I saw for, like, a seafood place where it's like, no shrimp! No fucking shrimp or he die!
Oh, yeah, get an allergy. Yeah.
for the record, that broken English was on the receipt. I wasn't being racist.
Yeah. He reads what they write.
I'm just being realistic here.
Yeah.
No shrimp! No fucking shrimp or he die! I wanted
to talk... Yeah, I wanted to talk about... There's an Ask Reddit thread that I think was interesting that we could talk about.
Okay, alright.
It's like, what are some really subtle signs that a person is actually stupid?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I love top comment. Signs are never as subtle as they think. That's rule number 1.
Yeah.
And the first thing written that I think we can agree on is the stupidest people are the ones who think they're smart.
Yeah, it's like I have X IQ, or I did this much in school, or the people who are just like, they lord their accomplishments over other people as if that's like a metric of intelligence, which it really isn't. It's just a metric of paying attention.
And people, as I say, people who will never admit that they don't know something.
Yeah, and I meet those people all the time. Like, I used to have, like my sibling used to be that person.
Yeah,
people who go, they went through a character development arc.
The people that go, I know, when you're trying to explain something, and 5 minutes later you find out that they do not, in fact, know.
I know what I'm doing. I can do this. I can't do this.
Lack of self-awareness is another big one.
Yep.
People that just, don't the people that have the very obvious, what's the word I'm looking for? The cognitive dissonance between what they do and what other people do.
Yep.
Best way to tell if someone is stupid is if they consistently don't learn from mistakes. They don't seem to comprehend what they did caused the problem, even after being told numerous times.
Yeah, like... I've had people do that to me, and it is frustrating beyond all reason. Because at some point, you would think people would learn not to do certain things.
Well, you gotta be smart to learn.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's a level of intelligence that they just clearly do not possess.
Somebody writes a short little story here. I work with someone who makes repeated mistakes. I explain where he went wrong. I not only explain the step-by-step instruction of the task, but the reasoning behind each phase, so remembering how to do it becomes less cumbersome. But I can tell by the way he literally can't explain the most basic thing about the task to our new guy that he just doesn't get any of it. Every time this particular task needs to be done, he pulls out the instructions and does it line by line. After years, he's still making mistakes.
Oh my God.
He doesn't understand what he's doing. He just knows that he's on step 24A and that it no longer works. I'm junior to him and I run our section. The guy I trained eclipsed him 3 months in. His replacement eclipsed him 3 months in. He's more useless than the untrained new guy. But here's the kicker. He's actually the sweetest guy ever. Nobody dislikes him. Hell, even though he makes my job harder, I actually really like the guy. He should have been fired over a decade ago, but nobody wants to pull the trigger on that one.
You have a himbo on your hands.
The story is a good demonstration of just how useful being likable is.
Yep.
Emotional intelligence
have a good personality. Go for it.
Someone says emotional intelligence makes up for so much in many ways. Holding home a job for a decade despite having no idea what you're doing.
Yep. Sometimes you just keep someone around because it's like, I like them. They're nice.
We got a pick two situation here where someone's like, here's the formula for getting by at most jobs. Either be smart, work hard, or be well liked. Pick two.
Oh. Be smart and work hard, but you won't be well liked. Be smart and be well liked, but don't work hard. Oh man.
Yeah. Work hard and be well liked, but don't be smart. That's this guy.
Yep.
Yep. Of course, the most relatable, don't mind me, I'm just checking the comments here to see if I'm dumb.
Oh yeah, self-evaluation through Reddit is always a great fucking idea.
Then again, self-evaluation is evidence that you're not dumb.
It's true, that's a level of intelligence.
Because dumb people don't self-evaluate. Dumb people don't realize they're dumb, so the fact you're willing to question yourself kind of proves that you aren't.
Yeah, it's like a self-awareness thing, which is like a level of emotional intelligence that you have to like aim towards yourself.
Mm-hmm. But one interesting facet that someone brings up later in the thread is zero curiosity. You ever meet people like that are they're just not curious?
Yeah, I have actually. Quite a few of my extended relatives. And a lot of them are just like really closed off and just like they'll only talk about like super. One thing that like. You ever notice that a lot of people are really obsessed with shoes?
Yeah, we had the sneaker kid that one time.
God, I can't tell you how many times I have walked into a room with like one of my cousins and he's just going on about a pair of shoes he wants.
Yeah.
Man, you got to look at these shoes. Man, I love these shoes. Man, have I told you about these shoes? Man, these shoes. What's so big about shoes?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that relates, but okay.
I don't know. Like, it's weirdly closed-minded and, like, he doesn't,
I don't think
like,
having a hyperfixation makes you stupid.
I don't think so either, but, like...
I don't think it's the same thing as having a hyperfixation, I don't think is the same thing as being lack of curiosity.
Yeah, but,
like, you're still curious about a thing, just a very specific thing.
But that's the thing. It's like, he's not curious about almost anything else. It's just, like, he has this one obsession and, like, nothing else seems to pass through his mind at all.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, but I think more generally what they're getting at is like when people just seem to have a weird aversion to learning new things, or they're just very like. I tell my mom sometimes about things I do. Like I do things just to learn things. Like I told her, like, you know, I was browsing Wikipedia about these things, or like I was watching YouTube videos about these things, about urban exploration or whatever, and she just looks at me like, why? And I'm like, because it's interesting. You know, I mean, no, it's fun and it's interesting. There's just people that are just not very curious people. And someone brings up the Folding Ideas review of Nostalgia Critic's parody of The Wall.
Oh God.
Where he says, the thing is, he wants to make art, but he can't because he's a fundamentally incurious person who isn't much interested in what other people think or feel, and all of his ideas basically boil down to what if Batman met Mario? So there's that. I just think fundamentally incurious is a good phrase.
Yeah. God, you had to bring up Nostalgia Critics The Wall.
Yeah.
God.
Thinking back though, they have kind of a point though. A lot of his ideas are kind of just what if Batman met Mario?
That's literally just like the entirety of demo reel.
Yeah.
Which is why it failed.
Yeah. I don't want to shit on the guy too much, but like I think he might have a problem with that. I think he might be fundamentally incurious.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I the asshole for... No.
Yeah. Stupid people are rarely curious about anything. I feel like the most intelligent people I've ever met have ridiculously broad knowledge. Like, I'm sure you can meet someone who knows several subjects inside and out, but I always feel the difference between that and people who you could talk to about nearly anything. It's that they're curious by nature and they take in little bits of everything.
Yep.
My coworker go on.
That's kind of me, actually. Like, I just absorb information from various things. I love listening to other people go on about, like, things that they're obsessed with. I got this one friend, Josh. He loves guns. He's a big gun guy. And anytime he has the opportunity to, like, you know, go off about, like, a certain type of gun, how things were manufactured, how, like, the mechanisms of the gun work and, like, the caliber and shit, I'm always fascinated to hear that because I don't know shit about guns. It's new info.
Yeah.
I just love hearing about this shit.
Yeah, I had an autistic friend in high school who was obsessed with like Fleischer era animation and like really early Disney.
Ooh, yeah, I had a couple of friends like that too.
Yeah, and he just had books and books about this subject, and he would always I would just sit by him and just let him rant about Fleischer and early Disney for like hours.
To be fair, like a lot of that is really fascinating because it's the early era of animation, and a lot of what we take for granted now was still being developed back then.
Yeah.
Like the rules of animation that Walt Disney, outlined that a lot of Disney animators still work by these days. Like that was still being developed back in like the 20s and the 30s and the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Like even stuff like, did you know the multiplane camera was developed by Walt Disney?
Whoa.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't know that, actually. But it was actually developed for Bambi.
Oh.
Bambi was the first movie to actually use the multiplane camera system.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a thread.
See, even I know that shit. Come on, it's interesting info.
Mm-hmm.
I just love learning new things like that.
Yeah. And if you love learning new things, you'll love our sponsor, Curiosity Stream.
I wish.
Yeah.
The day we get a sponsor.
Yeah. Not a sponsor, but I'm sure you can learn things there.
Curiosity Stream is pretty bitchin'.
Yeah. I saved a lot of comments, so I'm scrolling through like personal saves and then like saves I made specifically for the podcast.
Yeah.
Why don't you read this one?
All right, let me turn my phone screen back on.
God damn it! It's the same. Why don't you want to copy anything? Why is it so glitchy? This one.
Another Aita. Lovely. From Desperate Links 427. Am I the asshole for throwing water on a kid who kept doing ding dong ditch? Oh man. It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
Yeah. It's not that deep.
It's not that deep, bro. It's just a prank. Due to job opportunities, we recently moved into a new neighborhood. While most things were going fairly smoothly, okay, so like, before I go any further, it just dawned on me that, throwing a water on a kid who kept doing ding dong ditch reminded me of like this video I saw of someone going over like all the animated adaptations of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. And one of the things that happened in one of the adaptations was they made Scrooge directly responsible for Tiny Tim's death by having him pour a bucket of water on Tiny Tim in the middle of the fucking winter when it was snowing. And like Tiny Tim gets pneumonia and dies 3 days later. God damn.
Wow.
It's like the problem, like they made the point, the problem with Scrooge should be that he is too apathetic, not that he's actively evil. There should be at least some good in him to actually come out. Otherwise, he's a completely different character between the beginning and the end of the story. Anyway, sorry, that just reminded me of that.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense.
While most things were going fairly smoothly, we'd at around 4 p.m. hear a couple of knocks on our door. When we went to see who it was, to our surprise, there wasn't anybody there. It was only until a couple weeks later that we thought there could be the possibility of someone doing ding dong ditch. We just never thought of it, as everyone here seemed really relaxed, so ding dong ditch never crossed our minds. As to not resort to any extreme measures, we put up a sign near the door saying to please not troll the people inside by doing these silly pranks, which didn't work. Says it. What do you? That sign can't stop me because I can't read. Since it didn't work, we resorted to asking people about it, but all I got was that it was some sort of tradition for kids in the neighborhood to do this to the new people in the area. Hazing. As it be. This kind of irked me, as Ding Dong Ditch is really annoying, so I set up a camera inside our house to capture who was outside our door. Wait, inside our house to capture who? Whatever. Wording.
I'm assuming they just mean on their property.
Yeah. After reviewing the footage multiple times, I was able to confirm it was some brat. Oh god. It was some brat who was a couple meters away. I went to speak to his parents, but they laughed it off, saying kids will be kids, so I decided that I'd myself do something about it. After 3 days, the kid came back, but I was hiding behind an unlocked door with a large water bucket. As soon as he knocked, I turned and opened the door and splashed him with water. I thought that was that, but the kid's parents came not even 10 minutes later, demanding as to why I soaked their kid in water. I tried to justify my reasoning, but to no avail. I'm conflicted / feel like an asshole, as I myself used a petty way of getting that kid to stop annoying us. Well, at least you're self-aware. I would love to hear your opinions on this as well.
Well, I was barely paying attention, but petty begets petty.
Yeah. You could have just stopped the kid and just talked to them. Because, like, this is the first interaction you've really had with the kid. So, it was kind of an extreme reaction, and...
Does everyone suck here, Kevin?
I think everyone sucks here, Zeke. But, we'll see what Reddit thinks.
Okay.
LMAO, not the asshole, and it's interesting that now the parents suddenly care about misconduct. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
They had a chance to address it and didn't. Yeah, the parents were kind of a dick here, admittedly, but like I still feel like OP could have done other things to try and, you know, get the kid to stop other than just dousing them in water.
Yeah.
Like, I still think that was kind of extreme.
But
that said,
I don't know.
The kid understands.
Yeah.
If you fuck around, you find out.
Yeah, I'm all for petty begets petty, and I think if I have the opportunity to do something funny, I'll do it. So, you know, not the asshole.
Yeah, fair.
Cut and dry,
Man,
maybe. I don't know.
This is really showing how much of a softie I am.
A bit. Well, Kevin, I think it's time for the lightning round.
Lightning round, let's go!
This is where we go through unpopular opinions and our unpopular opinion, and we give our opinions on those unpopular opinions. Will our opinions be as unpopular as the unpopular opinions? Let's find out.
Stay tuned.
Right now, because
Right
we're not taking a break. It's right now. It's right now.
Immediately.
Unpopular opinion. The only people who find Ryan Reynolds wildly attractive and charismatic are straight men. He is only slightly above average to everyone else.
Bro, I'm gay. Fuck you. Move, bitch. I'm gay.
Okay, so as a not straight man, what's your opinion on Ryan Reynolds?
Dude's fucking hot.
Is he wildly attractive and charismatic?
Yeah, I'd say he's pretty up there, yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like you'd subscribe to Mint Wireless?
Maybe not that much.
Okay.
I have my limits.
Yeah. Someone's like, gay man 30 white here, you're wrong.
Thank you.
Ryan Reynolds could butter this biscuit 2 ways from Sunday. A lot of gay guys here.
I mean, they asked.
I know of plenty of women who think he's hot. They're older, though. He's just not for the latest generation. Who does this latest generation find attractive? And someone's like, Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lanky Victorian orphan vibe is in at the moment.
Eating more Cheetos.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a women's opinion here, but it's Reddit, so it might take a while to find.
There's so many gay people here. What the fuck?
Yeah, a lot of gay men on Reddit, not a lot of women. They're kind of a myth. Oh, someone's like, I'm a woman. He's crazy fucking hot. He's on the level of Marky Mark for me. I'm 20.
He's on the level of Marky Mark?
Mark Wahlberg.
I know, but that's a weird comparison to make.
Yeah, that's a weird... Yeah. Is Mark Wahlberg on the same level as Ryan Reynolds? I don't know about that one.
I don't personally know.
He's alright.
He's pretty attractive though, like, you know.
Yeah. I don't think he's on the same level as Ryan Reynolds though, but you can have your opinion.
Look, Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds, okay?
Yeah. This guy's like, my wife disagrees. Okay, so clearly it is an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, clearly.
Yep. Unpopular opinion, tea is overrated and people obsessed with tea are weird and shady. There, I said it, tea is nothing but boiled flavored water that doesn't even taste good. People who are obsessed with it are pretentious and weird, especially those who despise coffee and look at a coffee drinker's down, which is a far more superior drink than tea. I don't get how an entire nation managed to turn hot drinking water into a ritual. And someone's like, virtually all drinks are just flavored water.
Yep.
Coffee's just bean soup.
It is! It's literally just bean water.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk to me until I've had my bean water.
Yeah. OP is wrong. Tea is pretty bombing.
Tea is bomb. I love tea.
Mm-hmm.
I miss Tivana.
Unpopular opinion: if you have worn an article of clothing once and didn't sweat in it or spill on it, it's not dirty. What if you got dirt on it? So someone's like, assuming you never sweat or spill on it, when is it finally dirty? I suppose personal opinion, but I only wear things twice before washing.
Yeah, pretty much.
What makes them dirty then? You could go forever without washing them as long as you don't spill or sweat on them.
My metric is if it starts to smell funky, you need to wash it.
Someone's like, in that case, you could still get dust or dead skin.
Mm-hmm.
Dust, hair, dead skin cells, if you spend a lot of time in a room where people smoke, etc.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, I do agree. The U.S. obsession with throwing every article of clothing into the wash after a single wearing is stupid and wasteful. Yeah, no, I'm always fighting with my mom about this, because she wears, like, she'll cycle through, like, 3 sets of clothes per day, and I'm like, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, I definitely wear the same shit for multiple days if I can get away with it.
Yeah, me too. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's me just being economic, honestly, because washing laundry costs money.
Yeah. Someone's like, OP shits in their underwear and walks around with it because it's not a sweat or a spill. And then they say, only for less than 24 hours at a time. Underwear gets changed after every shower. Okay.
So you still shit your pants?
I think that part was a joke.
I know. It was funny, though.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, no, I agree. I also, normalize wearing clothes for longer. Also normalize people who shower every day are weird.
Okay, I'll just leave.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Go. I mean, first of all, you don't shower. You take disgusting cesspool baths.
All right.
You just sit in your own fucking gunk.
I rinse off afterwards.
Unpopular opinion: people who brush their teeth before eating breakfast are psychos.
Ew! What the fuck?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Because I don't know. They were fucking told to by the cartoon at the dentist's office.
Dude, the fucking taste of the oh my god.
Yeah, it's awful.
Ew! No, God.
No, don't brush before eat. First of all, what's the point of brushing before eating?
Yeah, because you're just gonna get your teeth dirty right afterwards.
Are you eating an apple? What is that?
Cheeto.
Oh, I heard a crunch, which I guess could come from either of those things.
It's a crunchy Cheeto. It's delicious.
Yeah, you're supposed. Someone says you're supposed to wait 30 to 60 minutes after eating if you want to brush your teeth, because sometimes the bacteria in your mouth feeds on the toothpaste.
Yep.
The things you eat have acids in them and weaken the enamel on your teeth, which allows the brushing to do damage. Otherwise, the brush can't. Yeah. So apparently, you're supposed to eat first. Obviously, why would you clean before it gets dirty? And then wait 30 to 60 minutes afterward.
Yep.
Brushing your teeth. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. If you brush before you eat, you're fucking psycho.
You should be admitted.
Yeah, those people are probably the same people who have beds that don't touch any walls.
I don't understand people who do that. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's uncomfortable.
Unpopular opinion: expensive gifts should not be listed as from Santa. Too many kids go to school after Christmas break and talk about amazing gifts that Santa brought them, and it makes me think others aren't as good because they didn't get the latest iPad. Gifts from Santa should be cheap, fun novelty gifts, and if you want your kid to get something expensive and special, make it from the parents.
You know what? Yes. I agree with
sure.
that.
Why not? This is such a what the fuck, I don't care, I'm 27 thing, but yeah, sure. Whatever. Yeah, I agree, I guess. But it's just like one of those, it's like, yeah, I guess that could maybe cause problems, but it's so inconsequential. But sure, I guess.
Santa doesn't love me.
Well, as your favorite Martian once said, Santa hates the poor kids. Let's see. Unpopular opinion: you should not apologize if you aren't sorry. Just say you weren't sorry and be done with it. Be honest. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I've done that. I'm just like, fuck you. I'm not sorry.
Honesty is a good policy.
Let's see. The unpopular opinion: the regular old American fake maple syrup made out of corn is infinitely better than the 100% pure real Canadian maple syrup. That's right, Canada. Your syrup sucks. It doesn't actually taste good. Give me that corn-based fake maple flavored syrup straight out of the log cabin for my pancakes and waffles.
You know
this guy's
what?
up to start a war.
I'm inclined to agree, though.
I don't.
Okay.
Because where I grew up, we have a lot of we made a lot of our own maple syrup, naturally.
Yeah, I never had that.
It's not from Canada, obviously, but we had maple trees where I grew up, so we'd make our own maple syrup, and we get like small importers and like there's like small suppliers of like natural maple syrup, and I definitely like the taste of natural maple syrup better. Not like I like both, but like I like the natural stuff is in shorter supply, and when it comes into the house, it tends to be the more favorite option.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm just used to the taste of like the more artificial stuff, I guess, with like the corn syrup. But that said, I'm not saying that I don't enjoy maple syrup. I do. I really do. Like when I have the opportunity to actually use like real maple syrup, I will, and it's very delicious. But I'm just more used to the corn syrup flavor over genuine maple syrup. So it's really just a matter of preference for me.
So what you're saying is you have poor taste.
Sure, why not?
Kevin, the uncultured swine.
I have
as
economic
always.
taste.
I'm gonna subsidize your fucking face. Unpopular opinion: homemade food isn't inherently better than restaurant or mass-produced food. Well, first of all, those are two very different things.
Yeah.
You know the type. Smug assholes who always make a point to claim if you're eating out, it's good, but you should know how I make it so much better homemade. And then you'll see them using a pasta sauce from a jar. Pasta sauce from a can. You should try making your own. So easy and way better. No, I like ragu. I like my steak at the local steakhouse. So what? Take your pretentious ass out of here.
Sure.
And someone's like, I cook at home mostly because of price. Do I like going out to restaurants? Sure. Do I like paying $15 for a plate of spaghetti when it costs $2.50 to make it home? No.
Yeah.
Restaurant employee here. Pasta in general has the highest profit margins at restaurants. I'm not a pasta fan personally, but it's easy as hell to make in 99% of cases, and it really is a massive rip-off. I'll never understand people who order pasta at restaurants for a variety of reasons. Yeah. Yeah, there's one thing I've learned working in the back of a restaurant is that restaurants are fucking scams.
Yeah, like there are, like I typically don't buy the pasta whenever I go out to like a sit-down restaurant. I get like, the steak, I get the chicken, I get the burgers, but like I don't get the pasta. Because like I can just easily make something that is as good, if not better, at home for way cheaper.
Somebody says, if anything, the opposite is true. Most people aren't great cooks and their food is passable at best. Restaurants cook food for a living, so it's almost always better. The exception is fast food. I don't really like it, more of its homemade equivalents usually.
Yeah.
I cook great, so fuck this person.
That does remind me about how like a month or two ago I went over to like the local Cracker Barrel over here, and turns out Cracker Barrel has some bomb-ass mac and cheese.
Someone's like, agree and disagree. It's kind of a scale. If your cooking's a 6 and McDonald's is a 2 and a fancy steakhouse is a 10, to you specifically, how you feel about it relative to your cooking will vary depending on the restaurant.
Yeah.
Food you make will be better than McDonald's, hopefully, but if it isn't, then what? If you make a decent dish, it's still probably not going to be that steakhouse 10 every time. But if you wanted to argue the scale ratings would change day by day, you could. You'll crave different things at different times. So McDonald's 2 could taste like a 7 if you're stoned or just feeling weird. Something to think about. As someone who can fucking cook, I disagree. Homemade food is usually better, and plus it's it's to my taste is the more important part.
Yeah.
Even a restaurant might not make something how I like it.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm a guy who likes cooking, and I experiment with cooking and stuff. So yeah, whatever.
I just love going to restaurants and seeing how they make food. And, like, trying out different dishes that restaurants make, depending on, like, what restaurant it is. I don't know. I like the restaurant experience, personally.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, people who brag about drinking black coffee are stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Local coffee drinker, yes.
It doesn't end with coffee. They'll get all uppity about their craft beers, their pizza, their music. They're just hipsters.
Yeah. Look, I drink my coffee with French vanilla creamer and a spoon of sugar. I eat Little Caesars pizza. Fucking...
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal, people. Get over yourselves.
Unpopular opinion, I really enjoy listening to bagpipes. Yeah, if they're played well.
Yeah, yeah.
The problem with bagpipes is that it's easy to play them really annoyingly.
Yeah.
It's like the trumpet. Trumpet can be really annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it works when it works.
Got another one?
Yeah, I'm just scrolling, idiot.
Okay, alright.
Unpopular opinion, the cult of personality created around Princess Diana has already gotten old a decade ago. Now it's just straight up irritating. Yeah. I mean, people who obsess over the royal family or just celebrities in general are annoying.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, it's... You can do better things with your life than that.
Yeah.
God, it reminds me of all those, like, friggin' wild-ass Disney simps. Who it's like, they do nothing but consume Disney media and talk about Disney theme parks, like, all day.
Good little consumers.
You are the problem with society!
This is a long one. Unpopular opinion, the trades are not a golden ticket to prosperity, and I'm a tradesman. I see the trades getting shilled as this great ticket to financial success. I'm a tradesman myself. I kind of want to dispel a lot of the bullshit I see shilled on some finance and career subreddits. I'm an apprentice electrician with the IBEW union in SoCal, but I've worked other gigs before that and had a little over a year ago a non-union experience before I got accepted. I love my work and the trade culture fits me, but it's definitely not for everyone. I'm not sure where the six-figure things come from, but it's not the norm. Sure, you can make six figures as an electrician without running work, but without running work at your own shop, you'll either have to be in a union, live in an expensive coastal area where the pay isn't all that great yearly because of the COL. I don't know what that is. The pay is mostly bad. Yeah, cost of living. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. There we go. 2, the pay is mostly bad unless you work a lot of overtime. The union pays decently, but the non-union pay is pretty lousy. Every union helps differently because each local market is different, but it's the same with non-union. The non-union pay caps at like $35 an hour, and that's in mega expensive areas. The only outlier is like the Seattle area. Yeah. 3, there's only a few that aren't complete trash pay: electricians, plumbing, and HVAC. The rest I wouldn't bother with unless you make enough to take care of yourself. 4, no one will respect you. Ties in the number 5. Everyone will think you're a mentally deficient idiot with a tool belt. You'll also be seen as an extremely low status and trash. I expect your dating and hook pool to drop in half. Sorry, but it's true.
Okay. I don't know what to say here.
Anyway, yeah, this guy is right. Trades, not a golden ticket.
Yeah, there's really no easy answer to just getting, fat stacks. Like, yeah.
Well, clearly Dogecoin is the solution.
Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started on that bullshit. Clearly, NFTs are the way of the future. Ah, jeez.
Unpopular opinion: macaroni and cheese sucks. No, you suck.
No, fuck you. I literally
Uh,
just got done talking about how Cracker Barrel has bomb-ass mac and cheese. You do not come into my house
Yeah. Yep.
with this slander.
Unpopular opinion: KFC is the worst family fast food place. It's down there.
It's pretty far down there, yeah.
They have not improved in a long time.
They've arguably gotten worse.
Unpopular opinion: e-boys and e-girls are just the modern emos.
E-boy, e-girl, emo. It makes you think.
This is complicated.
Yeah.
Like, yes and no. I think they are evocative of it, but it's just not quite the same. Like, I think the style isn't quite the same, the music isn't quite the same, the culture isn't quite the same. It's evocative in the way that trends are cyclical, but I think part of the issue for me is that these people, they don't like define a cultural movement.
Yeah.
I think because like emo was like a thing. It was like a whole generational thing. E-boys and e-girls, they're just like individuals that do this, but they don't really there's not like a communal aspect to it. You know, there's not like I feel like culture hasn't really shifted around them in a whole lot.
Yeah.
Outside of like very specific scenes, like, you know, like a handful of Twitch streamers that have like a thing going on. But like, yeah, I don't think it's big enough is the thing. I think, yeah, if it was more of a cultural movement, I would be inclined to agree, but I don't think it's to that level. I hope it does, because I loved emo culture and I love it to come back. But I don't think we're quite there yet. Maybe in a bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think the trends haven't fully cycled yet.
Not yet, no.
Unpopular opinion: K-pop is trash and designed to have a toxic, overly obsessive fan base.
Ooh, hot, steamy opinions here.
I know it's popular to say K-pop stans are annoying, but nobody talks about how the industry is actually designed to be obsessive. There's a lot of things people don't know about the K-pop industry and what the artists and groups are allowed to do and not do. We all know the targeted audience is usually females, preferably young ones that will stan badly. Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, what?
We're going to a movie. You want to go with us?
No, I'm recording a thing.
All right.
Sorry.
Was that your dad?
Yeah.
Damn, his voice is deep.
Where do you think I get it from?
Hey, we're going to a movie.
Yeah. Well, you know.
No, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Are you saying my voice isn't deep?
Yeah,
Got a problem?
You got a pretty deep voice.
You starting beef?
No, I'm not starting no beef.
We got beef.
No.
Anyway, the artists aren't allowed to be in relationships, so the fan base will feel a sense of connection to the people involved in the group and not get jealous. They're usually info on K-pop stars committing suicide, some that commit it due to the amount of hate they get for being into something as simple as a relationship. Yada yada. Yeah, I mean, like, I like K-pop music from time to time, but like, yeah, the industry is definitely designed to get people to be toxic and obsessive.
Yeah, it's an offshoot of like Japanese idol culture in a lot of ways, which has a lot of the same pitfalls to it, but Japanese idol culture, you know, favors male audiences, whereas K-pop culture favors female audiences. So,
yeah,
but a lot of it is based on the same general formula of marketing and fandom interaction.
Yeah, I agree. Unpopular opinion: sitting at a bar is always the best place to sit in a restaurant. Whenever I go to a restaurant, if they have a bar, I always sit at it because the server is right there and my needs are taken care of a lot faster. No waiting for refills, no waiting for the check, no waiting for anything. Just flag them down since they're always right in front of you.
I disagree because I personally prefer sitting in like the corner booths.
Yeah.
Because it's, you know, the furthest away from everybody else in the store, in the restaurant, and I get to like I don't have to worry about people coming up behind me because the only thing behind me is a wall.
If you're just going by yourself, I agree. But like with a group, yeah, get a corner booth or something.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think I would ever pay restaurant prices just to eat by myself. That's just not a thing.
Yeah, restaurants I typically go in like a group setting, or if they're having like a really good deal on their food that day. One thing I appreciate about Cracker Barrel, they're actually pretty cheap as far as restaurants go.
Yeah. Yeah, and as we've established, restaurants are a scam. So there you go. Unpopular opinion, I think public proposals are impersonal and cringy. They can be. I don't know. It just so depends on the couple and the context.
It's contextual. I can't agree here or disagree one way or the other. It's a case by case basis, honestly.
I don't like it personally because I just don't like making a spectacle of things like that. But some people do, so
yeah. And one of the issues that does crop up is that it can potentially put undue pressure on whoever's being proposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
it's not the most fair thing, honestly.
It's not. So I would prefer to do something like that in private, personally.
I've read a lot of. It also might be setting yourself up for disappointment because I've read a lot of stories where people will say yes because they're pressured by the public pressure, and then in private being like, actually, nah.
Or worst case scenario, they say no in public.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it just seems like an unnecessary risk.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, I don't enjoy watching live music. Yes, we are kindred spirits, user Jelly Jack.
Alright.
It's bad.
I have no strong opinions one way or the other.
They've ruined that now. They got rid of dislikes.
Oh. Sad. How dare you, YouTube?
Unpopular opinion, be yourself is honestly terrible advice. I think we all deal with social anxiety at one point or another. We often experience it when we're going to a party, a gathering, a date, having an interview, meeting a client or customer, etc. If I reach out to someone for advice in that situation, the response is to be yourself. I think that, okay, thanks, but doesn't really provide any value.
Okay, so the problem here is that be yourself is incredibly vague. It's incredibly vague advice. Better advice would be to read the room and figure out what your comfort level for different people is and react and interact based on that.
Yeah, top comment, read between the lines. It's supposed to mean don't try to act like something you're not.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, no one's telling you that, you should act like a completely different person around other people. Just figure out what is and is not the best thing of yourself to show to other people based on context and, what they would be comfortable around.
Unpopular opinion, sneaker guys are annoying.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Kevin, I didn't know you were on Reddit.
I didn't know I was on Reddit either.
Yeah, your username is Big Chonky Grandma. I'm going to call you that from now on.
Please, no.
Okay, and my co-host, Big Chunky Grandma.
Okay, we'll move on now. Bye-bye.
Okay, Big Chunky Grandma, let's go. Unpopular opinion, corgis aren't cute.
You come into my house. How dare you?
They're fine.
Corgis are cute.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, plastic surgery does not improve looks. I think it's survivor bias. I think the problem here is that when it does improve looks, you don't notice that it's plastic surgery.
Yeah.
You only notice it when it doesn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joan Rivers. Moving on.
Yeah.
For the record, I do like that Joan Rivers has actually made fun of that a couple of times, like where she was doing like a Geico commercial, and she's like, "Why can't I feel my face?"
Unpopular opinion: buttered bread over buttered toast. Buttered bread is way better than toast. You can't burn it. Tastes better. Doesn't make the bread go soggy. Don't get me wrong. I like toast, but it's overrated for sure.
Don't burn your toast.
Yeah, idiot. I'm too stupid to make toast.
Look, thaw the butter in room temperature. Make sure you toast the toast properly. Spread it on so it melts. Boom, good toast.
Why must we make kings fight?
Why is toast so fucking hard for people to do?
I like buttered bread and buttered toast.
Oh,
let's
same.
not make the
Yeah.
Let's not make the kings fight each other. It's a mood thing.
Oh, absolutely. I love buttered toast. Like, literal bread and butter is my bread and butter.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion: Panera Bread needs to be shut down. Panera Bread is an overpriced Karen shop. The food has no flavor, the bread is dry, the soup is the only decent thing, and they have to charge you $20 for one damn soup. And their drinks suck, and the coffee might be the worst coffee I've had in all night. They're a bootleg Starbucks. Shut it down.
Well, it's a good thing I don't go to Panera Bread. Next!
So, nobody's forcing you to go there.
Yeah.
And then this guy's going, I don't want to go there anymore. I just want to this shithole shut down, robbing people of their money.
Oh my god. Wow, he's got very strong opinions about Panera Bread.
This guy is on a crusade, and he won't stop until Panera Bread is Panera dead.
The fall of Panera coming soon.
Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne.
Panera Bread 2, the fall of Panera Bread.
Unpopular opinion: if you have stickers on your car, secretly no one likes you.
Bruh. That is a weird judgmental thing.
I don't think I've really thought about other people and thought, man, I wonder if they've... I kind of like this person, but I wonder if they have stickers on their car.
Dude, I saw one sticker one time that was like a fucking AT-AT Walker from Empire Strikes Back killing a bunch of stick figures, and the caption was like, "The Empire does not care for your stick figure family."
You know, and most people I know, I'm going to be honest, I don't know what their cars look like. I haven't looked that closely. I'm not a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. It's whatever. I really don't care that much. Deck out your car however the hell you want. It's your car.
Unpopular opinion: grape flavored Jolly Ranchers are the best flavor. Why can't I pronounce anything right?
They're really good.
Yeah.
I'm partial to sour apple though.
Yeah. It depends on the mood.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion: mustaches aren't creepy. Mustaches aren't creepy. I see this idea so rampant all over. In order to prove this, people show these skinny, creepy-looking guys that have mustaches. Now, these guys would be creepy either way. It's all in the eyes. The mustache adds nothing to it. A mustache can be good or bad, but they don't add a creepy factor.
God, that just reminds me of... Oh my god. That just reminds me of one time where I tried to do, like, just a mustache. And someone said that I looked like I have candy in the back of my van.
I love this guy who's been downvoted. He says they are a sign of gay or fascist, so technically you could be right or not.
What?
They are. I'm verbatim. They are a sign of gay or fascist, so technically you could be right or not. Do you have an opinion, sir?
Well, clearly.
Someone's like, how is a mustache fascist?
He is a foreign and has feminine moves.
He's probably talking about Hitler, but Hitler wasn't the first person to have that type of mustache.
Stalin, I guess? I don't know.
I don't know.
Teddy Roosevelt frowns upon you.
Unpopular opinion: it should be mandatory to consult with a therapist before undergoing plastic surgery. Man, somebody's on the warpath for plastic surgery today.
I can see that, wow.
My mother is 52 and about to have and was about 140 pounds for her 5'1" frame. So she underwent stomach lipo and breast augmentation, but she received a poor job. My mother never had an ugly stomach or stretch marks, good skin, good genes, but she still considered surgery. I recently saw the aftermath, and my reaction was to cry in private because it hurt so much to see what she did to herself that she did not need plastic surgery. I feel that part of my mother's problem was that she had been suffering a lot from body image issues and poor self-esteem, something that could have been resolved by seeing a therapist.
Yeah,
I don't know if it should be mandatory. I don't know. I think people should be allowed to make stupid decisions.
Ultimately, I favor the side of body autonomy.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that people should, at the very least, seek psychological help and try to look for other solutions before resorting to, body augmentation or body modification or anything like that.
I think they should, but do you want it to be mandatory?
I don't know. Something about that, like saying make it mandatory, just doesn't really sit well with me.
Yeah, like, this might be the perfect opportunity to get into it. So I think I'm gonna get into it.
Okay.
Which is that, and I gotta dance on eggshells here, so I don't say what I don't mean to say.
Okay. All right. Open mind.
Which is that. While I want to clarify before I say anything else that these are your bodies, you can do whatever you want to them. I do not care. It's not my right to tell anyone what to do with their body. But I've never liked gender reassignment therapy. I don't like the idea that someone has to do that to themselves, or feels that they need to feel comfortable with themselves. I think that stems from deeper psychological and societal issues, and I don't like that we as a society make people feel uncomfortable about being in their own skin. And because I do find those kinds of surgeries to be effectively a form of self-mutilation. But, and again, I don't mind if they do it. Like, you can do whatever you want, and I respect that. But I do find it to be a form of self-mutilation, and I think I feel bad that society makes you feel bad enough about yourself that you feel you need to do that to feel comfortable.
I'm not even sure if it's a society thing. It's a lot of times I've seen it's just psychological. Body dysphoria is absolutely a thing.
They're two halves. They're kind of, they influence each other, though. The internal and the external. What you think and what people think of you, and how you internalize that, and how they internalize. I don't think it's as simple as drawing a dividing line between those things. I don't think you can say, oh, it's entirely internal or it's entirely external. I think it's a matter of them influencing one another. And I feel like people should be allowed to be who they are without having... My thing is that, we as a society, I think we put too much emphasis on what people are and not who they are. And I wish people were more comfortable, or were allowed to be more comfortable with who they are and not feel so obsessed with what they are, because these kinds of surgeries and whatnot, they change what you are, not who you are. And, I just feel like if society allowed them to express themselves in the way that they feel is natural to them, and, they didn't, I don't know. It's just a whole mess of, the binariness of, many aspects of society that I feel like it kind of leads to that route. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I can see where you're coming from, but there's also just so much nuance to the entire perspective that it's, honestly, if you wanted to actually get into it, it would have to be an entire segment of the show in and of itself. And
right. What I'm saying though, is that yeah, but I bring it up now because this post seemed like the perfect springboard for it.
Of course. Yeah.
it's a very similar adjacent topic. And again, I want to stress, you can do what you want with your body. I respect and accept that. I'm just saying, I personally feel I hate that I don't like that people feel like that's necessary to do that to themselves. But in terms of making shit mandatory, I'm gonna say no. I don't agree with this person.
Yeah, I think that much we can agree on. Just the fact that, like, don't make the psychological profiling thing mandatory, because honestly, that's taking a level of freedom away from the person, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I side on this. I side with, like, freedom of self as,
Yeah.
like, an entire thing. So, yeah.
Right. But there's also good and bad aspects to that, because, like, what was the situation? Like, there's been a recent trend of people, like, going to, like, Brazil or whatever to get, like, implants and stuff that are, like, really poorly done and, like, actually dangerous. Like, butt implants, I remember, are, like, actually incredibly dangerous to do. So, like, they can't get doctors in the US to do them, because, like, they're just like, no, I'm not doing that. It's not like I don't think it's illegal, but it's just really dangerous. But, like, they go to third world countries to get this stuff done. You know, and it's like that's the kind of stuff that does make me question bodily autonomy a little bit, where, like, you know, should we allow people to do things that are, like, actually dangerous to them, you know?
Yeah, I guess, but again, it's all murky shit.
Right, it's okay. We don't have a podcast to talk about things.
I don't know. I broadly err on the side of body autonomy. But
well, I know. I'm just trying to make it a conversation.
Yeah, there is a good point to be made about how, like, yeah, there is stuff that, like, probably not a good idea to, like, encourage or... God.
You know,
Well,
it's the same...
Now I gotta figure out how to say things without, like, you know, saying what I don't want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Jeez. Yeah, like, there is stuff that's, like, you know, probably not a good idea to, like, do stuff like that, but I don't know.
I guess it gets into, like, the issue of, like, inherently, should dangerous shit be illegal?
Yeah.
You know? And I think... you know, should we allow... It's hard because, like, where do you draw the line in a lot of cases? Because, like, if you just say people shouldn't be allowed to do things that are unhealthy, well, I mean, you know, you could stretch that as far as you want. So, you know.
Yeah, when you get... There's literally an entire thing in Demolition Man about how they outlaw, like, anything that's unhealthy.
Right.
Which is funny because the only fast food place that exists in that particular timeline is Taco Bell.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah.
Yeah. I lost my place and I have to scroll down again. God damn it. Right. Let's lighten the mood a bit. Unpopular opinion, Kenny G's seminal album Holiday Collection is by far the greatest collection of Christmas music to have existed and is the optimal choice when playing tunes at this time of year. Yes.
Yeah.
I actually had Kenny G's seminal album Holiday Collection as a child. I actually really liked the saxophone as a kid.
Yeah, it's really good.
My parents got me, like, Kenny G albums, and yeah, Kenny G is the real G.
Yeah, I had some Kenny G tapes as a kid. Loved his work.
Yeah. Yeah, play him and not fucking Mariah Carey.
Agreed.
Yeah, can we soapbox that? No more Mariah Carey. In public spaces, we only stand Kenny G.
We only stand Kenny G. Kenny G for life.
Well, the other thing is that, like, I feel like Kenny G is just, like, much less audibly potentially offensive. I feel like who's gonna hate Kenny G? You know, you play Kenny G in your store, and it's like it's something that the customers can get behind, and I think the staff will be a lot less sick of it.
Yeah,
you know,
like, it's nice, low key kind of like vibe music, whereas Mariah Carey is just this, like, very snappy, poppy, heavy on like catchy, repetitive melodies kind of stuff,
Yeah.
which can grate on the nerves if it's played too much. But with Kenny G, it's a goddamn saxophone.
Yeah, it's kind of like our podcast backing music, Miami Palm Springs mix, Chillwave mix, where it's like it's just meant to be immersive and set a mood. Like it's not meant to distract you, or it's music that's you're not meant like. It's very difficult to get sick of.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We haven't had any complaints, so
I edit these episodes and I have no problem with it.
Yeah, Miami Palm Springs Chillwave mix, pretty based. So yeah.
Ah, jeez.
What, cramp?
No, it had to stretch. I have been sitting in one place for an hour and a half. I'm not sure if you've noticed.
Oh my god.
What?
No, I'm not gonna. Okay, I'll save that for maybe another time. But no, I'm not reading all that.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, yeah, if you want to know, the fucking. If you want to know, it's unpopular opinion. Men should be more afraid of being raped than being falsely accused of rape, but toxic masculinity prevents it. And then they go on to list a ton of statistics and posts.
Yeah, we're not getting into that shit right now. No.
But I wanted to say that because the funniest thing to me is that this comes from user PM me your Skyrim porn. Okay.
I know what I'm about.
Did you post this on your alt account by accident?
No. PM me your Skyrim porn.
It's true. Look it up.
Okay.
Unpopular opinion, the Cowboy live action show is terrible. That's not unpopular. You lose.
Everybody agrees, though. People hate it. It sucks. Bad adaptation. Moving on.
Our unpopular opinion, the theatrical window should not exist. I just want to watch the damn movie. I don't want to go through the hassle of going to a physical theater. The best excuse I can find for why it exists is theaters crying about not surviving. I highly doubt that, but in the first place, if your business can only survive in the absence of consumer freedom, it does not deserve to survive at all. What he's saying is that the theatrical exclusivity window shouldn't exist.
Boy, he must really like HBO Max.
Yeah, I imagine so. You gonna talk about it, or are you just gonna sit there?
No, that's about it. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna say he's wrong, because I can absolutely understand his perspective on it. Because,
well, I want you to remember this isn't theaters bad. This is the theatrical exclusivity window is bad.
Yeah, and I can actually agree with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there are certain movies where it's like, I can watch this however that I want. I can watch this on like my tablet or a phone. Like, I watched the Mortal Kombat reboot on my TV back like when that like came out, but I want to watch Matrix Resurrections when that comes out in theaters. Like, I'm gonna watch it in a theater rather than watch it on HBO Max first.
Right.
Because I want the theatrical experience for that movie. I think it's something that it's what's the word I'm looking for? It justifies going to the theater for the experience of it.
Sure. But what if I, other consumer, don't feel that way?
Then you can watch it on HBO Max. There's the option.
But
streaming is right there.
Yeah, but not all movies do that, Kevin.
I wish they did.
Some distributors like Sony are very much exclusively in theaters. Yar.
But here's the thing. It's actually been proven by movies like Dune that making movies available both for streaming and in theaters is not necessarily a bad thing. Because Dune actually did quite well in theaters.
Yeah. I think the point we're getting at here is that the exclusivity window in theaters is inherently anti-consumer.
Yeah, it is, admittedly.
Yeah. Someone here writes, a movie studio collects between 50 and 100% of box office from movie theaters. This means that if your movie theater charges $12 per person and your family of 4 ends up spending like $40, the studio gets like $30. This means the studio is expecting to get like $30 per family. The problem comes with setting a good streaming price, because $30 for a 24-hour streaming rental isn't cheap, meaning either people will host parties or simply wait for the price to come down and forget about it entirely. This isn't why studios want theaters to survive. It helps them guarantee their profits. I think he means this is why.
Yeah.
That's a good... yeah, we talked about that when Premiere Access first started, and they were charging like $30 for like Mulan or Raya or whatever.
And Cruella.
Yeah. And we were like, this shows the disconnect, because that is true, because theaters are kind of expecting like families to go to theaters, so they're not your normal ticket price isn't what they're expecting to get out of it. It's usually the $30 for like a family unit to go. So when they're talking about setting a fair streaming price, that's a hard thing to do, because usually when you're streaming something, it's not in that same context. Not only is there like a difference of price expectation when you're talking about like a public event versus doing something at home, but also if you're streaming it, it could just be you. It doesn't have to be a family unit or other people, but they want to account for that. How many viewings are you giving away with every purchase?
Yeah.
So it is difficult to set a fair streaming price, given that they're just such different contextual markets for what people use those things for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we can all agree $30 for a 24-hour rental stream is a bit much.
I do think that is a bit much. That's a little stupid.
Yeah. I don't know, because like my brain is just going, just make it 15 like the movie ticket or whatever, but like obviously that's not good enough for them, so I don't know. That's a problem they're gonna have to figure out.
Yeah.
They don't pay me. They don't pay me to figure that out. So fuck it. I don't got no answers.
I can agree with
that. I'm just a guy who hates movie theaters and hates spending money. And I lost my place again, so I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, look at that. I got through all the posts.
Yeah.
Totally. I didn't forget anything because I lost my fucking place. I don't feel like scrolling down again.
It's totally fine.
We did it. We solved Reddit.
Wonderful doing another episode with you, Zeke, where you clearly did everything that you wanted to do and no problems arose.
Yeah, just like all the times.
Every episode, without fail.
Yep, we do everything every episode, and that's why we keep making more. That makes sense, I guess.
Sure. Okay.
Yep. Anyway, this has been the Baka Gaijin show. If you want to be a part of the show, you can send us your comments, questions, topic suggestions, and concerns to bakagaijinshow@gmail.com. You can join our official Baka Gaijin Show Discord server provided in the link below, with the link provided below. The order of words matters. You can follow us on Twitter @ZekeFreak and @CCharmanderK. Yeah, that's basically it.
Check out check out my YouTube. I make terrible shit posts.
Right, but also check out this YouTube. Subscribe so that you will get notified of new episodes. We do a lot of them. We're doing them pretty frequently now.
Yeah, about weekly, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, subscribe if you want to know exactly when they come out. Also, join our Discord so that you can be double notified, because I ping everyone when a new episode drops.
Yep.
This has been the Baka Gaijin Show. I hope you liked it. Zeke Freak out. Ciao, ciao for now.